Dude, you got a nice pecker, bro.
No, I have the largest micro penis in North America.
Take this, Logan Paul.
Donald Trump was one of the worst things to ever happen to America.
Hold on.
Hot take.
Oh,
Yeah.
the fuck out of the way. We're getting married.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Wow.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant 2. I am incredibly excited. We have a major guest
Huge
today.
guest.
Huge guest. Probably one of the biggest actresses on the planet. We figured a real icon. We figured because it is Women's Empowerment Month. I believe it's Women's Empowerment Month. We bring on maybe the most powerful woman in the galaxy. Some might say. I'm incredibly excited. Everybody, right now, give
I wonder
it up
who it is.
for Gal Gadot. Everybody, Wonder Woman is here.
Yeah.
Flagrant 2.
We got Wonder Woman in
We
the
have
building.
Wonder Woman! Yeah! Wonder Woman, thank you so much for coming.
Wow.
Have a seat, Wonder Woman. Wow. Okay. Here's your mic.
It's good to be a woman.
Oh, man, I bet it is. It is so nice to have you here. First of all, I mean, thank you for making the time during this month, especially. You got to be
Well, it is all
booked up.
about women empowerment.
It absolutely is.
You are even more beautiful in person, I must say. The
Yeah.
natural beauty.
It is a natural.
Well, I'm
beauty.
a Princess Diana, the Amazon beauty.
You are, yeah,
I just pulse out feminine energy.
nonstop. I mean, is that
really
what the
do.
look at that? Oh God,
okay.
That's dangerous. Don't use the weapons out here. You know, this is a
Wanna
little
lasso
crazy.
you?
Yeah,
Maybe want to sit Wonder Woman's lap.
yeah. I think
Now with that clit sticking out of your belt. Let me
It
wait
is.
a bit.
Oh,
is
what's
weird.
that? Oh, you know women have penises.
they do.
That's what they say on the news.
Listen, you are so woke, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
you are so woke.
This
to
is my
notice that.
yeah. That's
What? What?
that's not tinfoil or anything.
No,
What is that?
that is.
I'm Wonder Woman.
I'm wondering.
Here, let's just hide that for a minute.
Just push that down here.
Yeah.
It is
Hey,
weird.
gender reassign, a little surgery. Yeah, you're not a woke Wonder Woman unless you're like, well, maybe I'm not gonna get rid of it yet.
Yeah, you got to have a little of both. You're special. You're super powerful.
I'm a wonderful woman.
You also have a little bit more facial hair than I've seen in the movies. I don't know what's
Well,
that?
that's the thing with the cameras. They soften my voice up a little
Yeah.
bit, and they I don't want to trim my face hair. That's what a woman has.
Yeah.
So I
That's natural.
But then they use the CGI to take it out.
Yeah, and
We're CGI free, and I don't look as good as I look on TV.
no, I'm not making.
You see how big my movie was?
I did. I'm not objectifying you in any
How
way.
I saved the world in 1984.
Yes, you did. You saved it in 1984. It was a very important
People
year.
could wish whatever they were, but wanted, even though they weren't. Like, I'm a man, I want to be a woman.
Yeah.
The whole movie was about you get whatever you want, you destroy the planet.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe that's the whole point.
yeah. But it just, I don't want to be offensive. You just seem a little bit different. Is
A little more feminine than normal.
No, not feminine, but it almost is like you're wearing a wig. I don't want to talk about your body, but
That's
is
kind of
that
disrespectful.
That's disrespectful, dude. You're shaming.
You just
Am I
disrespected
shaming?
a
You're
woman.
shaming, bro.
You just disrespected a woman. I don't look.
that
feminine.
is a wig.
What's this?
I mean, that's your clip, but that is a fucking wig right there. That is a wig.
Oh, no!
Bitch, you're not.
Wait a minute, I'm not Wonder Woman. Well, then who am I? It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
my God.
That glass broke quick.
And it broke me out of the trance. I was watching TV. They said that men were women, and I kind of want to be a woman now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But I think
You know, I'm not that sexy chick on Wonder Woman.
no, you're not. You're not.
Well, what am I? I'm the fat slob.
That is Alex Jones.
Oh my God!
I think we have Alex Jones in the building. He is back, everybody. I actually managed to cut my finger with fake glass.
It's sugar.
That's a conspiracy. Hold on.
that was real.
Yeah, Alex, welcome back, man.
You're eating your blood?
yeah,
I'm eating
bro,
my
what's
butt.
going
Wait-
on, yo?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I don't
wait.
want to be the only person eating blood. We've got a bottle of adrenochrome fresh from the factory for you, Alex.
Over 1,000 children put into that bottle.
Oh, easily, dude. Easily. And whites.
Wow.
We made sure it's white child blood.
White chrome.
White chrome.
Well, that's right, because you've got the walnut chrome. That we distilled down out of this guy. Right here. But let me tell you right now,
Yeah.
this looks really good.
No, that's delicious. You crack that open, drink that whenever
That's
you
all
want.
yours.
I'm going to try to stop bleeding, but I do have something serious to say. The last time that you were here, I felt like you and Akaash had a little connection.
We did.
Well, I'm a woman.
did.
He's a handsome man.
I mean, it seemed like there was a little twinkle in your eye.
It was a love connection.
There was. That was not me trying to be funny.
Akaash said he had butterflies in his stomach,
Yeah.
and that's not an Indian dish.
Yeah, no.
I
A little
just
uncomfortable
wanted,
with the way you looked at me, even now.
even now,
Little bit.
you
You want to come back over here?
Can we just save that for a little bit? Let's just
Okay,
do that.
good,
Let's
all
just, you know, I mean, you
I'm
don't give it all
just-
the way
Hey,
too early.
it is Gay Pride Month, all right?
yeah,
and I'm wearing a tinfoil diaper.
yeah,
Let me explain how this works.
yeah. Please explain this to us. What's the tinfoil diaper about?
It's later I will explain, but that's how the radio frequencies. I've already tried to get in here, but now I got to protect it down here.
Because they're now going through your dick.
Because they're
That's right.
trying to cut off your dick because that's what they want to do to everybody.
Exactly. Like,
So you got to
hey,
protect your
you
cod.
know, the military's paying for this reassignment. I can just got no problem.
Yeah, that is true. You just reassign yourself.
That's right. But getting serious here,
Yeah,
this is all performance art.
yeah. This
Yes.
is performance
that's
art.
serious.
We're artists.
That's serious.
We're actually all playing characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to run with a big clip of that saying Jones and Mitzi's performance artists. Of course, when I'm joking around and screwing around, I'm making a performance artist. But when I'm serious, it's a serious broadcast, then it's completely serious, Hillary.
And also,
Madam President,
when you're wrong about something, it's performance art.
that's how it
Yeah.
works.
And when you're right, then it's the truth.
Well, here's the thing about the media. You say a lot of things over the years, 5 hours on the air every day.
Yeah.
And the media takes stuff out of context and then makes that who you are.
Right.
And it's not fair to free speech anywhere. I was seeing, like in the UK now, they have these government boards that will decide before a newspaper article is published whether it's woke enough. That's called censors. Who died many people got. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So as bad as I've ever been, I've made mistakes, said things that weren't accurate before. Most of the time, very, very accurate. I didn't lie about WMDs in Iraq and get millions killed.
Yeah.
I'm not the one, that's engaged in all these serious crimes. So here's my deal. As soon as they punish all those folks what they've done, then Alex Jones can be the bad guy. But they're literally just making me the bad guy all the time.
Yeah. Is that getting hot for you right there,
A little
bro?
bit. Well, yeah, I mean, hot as in I'm Wonder Woman, yeah.
Yeah. You definitely
No, but I think we should talk about that in a serious thing. We're getting the comedy. Up front is that
No, this is all comedy. This is all jokes. This is all comedy.
it is all comedy. But my point is, imagine a world in a country where things are so censored that we have to constantly be thinking about, will the gods of censorship allow us to even speak? That's insanity. And look at all the stuff that's come out. I was on your show a few months ago and said something that they took it down for, which I won't even say, just to illustrate this, which now they admit is
true.
kosher to talk about. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
Do
crazy.
you feel, well, one, how did you feel about your episode getting taken down after going viral very quickly?
But over 3 million views, and the thing was, it was getting bigger as it went.
Yeah.
So it had that curve that would be, at 50 million views right now, and they can't validate the fact that us having a good time and screwing around because that was pure comedy.
It was comedy.
It was high comedy.
Yeah, that was a magic day. I had a
And
really good time.
sex. It was comedy and sex.
And the fake Jamesons we drank, none of it was real.
None of it was
None of it was
real.
real.
None of anything that we did was real. That's not real adrenochrome.
Suit yourself, but I'm gonna tell you. Anyways, but seriously, we've got to be able to have fun. The system knows that, and the way they've convinced us to not have fun is pure bullshit.
Cheers.
I mean, 20 years ago, you couldn't say shit on the air. Now you can't say mother and father. That's where this is going. The same censors have just changed it over to something
Why
else.
can't you say mother and father?
There are major articles out right now where major teaching institutions are saying, don't say mother and father on government documents. Don't say any of that. Don't address children as boys and girls because you've got to be something else. That's literally a group coming in trying to confuse people and then saying we can't question it, we can't talk about it. By the way, big tech's been heavily invested in big pharma. And that's one of the reasons they've been censoring people, medical doctors and others that have questioned the narrative. Science is questioning. I was out at the Pfizer headquarters here in New York last night and had all these big giant signs about we are science, trademarked. Don't question us, we are science.
Yeah.
Fauci said, I am science, don't question me. So again, I get on my knees and bow to Fauci and say, okay, you are science, I never question you again. That's not what, everybody knows science is about questions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if our questions are wrong. Like maybe I say that water doesn't freeze at a certain temperature. People prove me wrong. Maybe I'm saying I'm not wearing a gray shirt. Maybe say I'm wearing a gray. People can argue about that. It's okay to question. It's a good thing. The people that tell you shouldn't question, that it's dangerous and it's bad, they're the bad guys.
Yes.
Tell me about why you moved back from
You're
Miami.
our Socrates, Alex.
Tell
You're
me-
the modern day Socrates.
You're an amazing person. Here,
Thank you. Stop trying to liquor me up, dog. You're good looking without me being drunk, Alex. Don't worry about it.
He's got green eyes like the bottle here.
I do.
We're getting married. It's true.
It's true. It's true. I'll identify as a woman if you'd like. So
Absolutely.
your parents will
You know,
accept
he's
me.
actually getting married.
I am actually
He
getting
wanted
married.
you to do the vows if you were available.
I will do it.
Yeah.
I've stalked you guys online. I know about your girlfriend.
Okay. That's
You could take that.
disconcerting.
You could take that shirt off if you want, Alex.
Yo, just go,
You
dog.
could go for
I
it
see
if
you
you
sweating.
want.
Just go, bro. Just go.
There's the one.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
You guys want to see this woman's beautiful body?
Yeah. Show them fucking heavy.
Heavies.
Heavies. Heavies. Heavies. Heavies. Let's go, bro. Oh, guys, give it up for Bert Kreischer.
I'm a woman.
You call him Bird Crisis
Yeah.
actor?
Bert Kreischer's actor. I wish I said Bert Kreischer's actor. Bert Kreischer's actor would have been so
Whoa,
good.
we out here, Alex.
Hey, they got to edit some of that in later when you were you wrapping me in the tip.
Oh, we got the whole thing. I gave you a beautiful bikini.
Yeah.
Bro, you got a nice little bulge, Al. Dude, you got a nice pecker, bro.
No, I have the largest micro penis in North America. No, women get blown away by it. It's like it looks like a grub worm with earmuffs on, but you've seen like seriously like those little balloons you buy at the store that get really big.
Yeah.
That's me.
So you're a grower.
Man, women go, this is a trick dick. They'll kind of get this and then like 2 minutes later, like this hurts. So yeah, I got a trick dick.
So it starts out small and then surprises them later on.
Well, it's like a turtle head. It goes in.
Yeah.
It actually goes in.
Yeah.
So I thought, then it comes out. Like an alien, the mouth.
Yeah, the little mouth inside the mouth. Yeah. Are you circumcised?
Huh?
Are you circumcised?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
That's my boy. That was the first
We're not
vaccine.
going to pull the pee-pee out.
No, don't pull it out.
No, we've
man.
already identified.
He's not circumcised. That guy right there.
Ladies like that.
Do they?
Do they?
Why
all
do they like it?
I don't know. I guess Here's the deal, though. I like put down some of those cultures that like mutilate their girls stuff, and I think that's wrong. So the people say, "Hey, what about you?" I think it really. How do you?
Your dick has been mutilated.
How do you make the choice for a boy to have a large portion of their dingling cut off? I think it's kind of wrong.
It is wrong, and we never get any sympathy for it. Matter of fact, we get criticized. If our dicks aren't circumcised, some women are upset. They think it's gross.
But let's talk about this. But
We're shamed for our bodies, Alex.
It's all because of Dove.
Because of doves. Doves people.
Yeah.
Doves people decided what dicks look like. How about this?
That's the
Why do
most
we
Jewish you
call
could ever
it,
look.
Alex, why do we call it uncircumcised? Why don't we just call it
Circumcised
Penis.
and penis.
uncut.
no, just penis?
It's like the uncut version of a film.
Yeah, but you just call that
The
the
director's
film.
cut.
Yeah, it's a director's cut penis.
There's the film, and then
I didn't think about that. Oh my
Yes,
God. It's
they've
anti-Semitic
normalized it.
if I criticize. Oh, okay. No,
Hold on now.
I'm all for
Hold on now,
circumcision. I believe it's before I'm not in.
Yeah. You're all for circumcision of boys, not girls.
But what's up with the Middle East trying to cut stuff off?
Yo, that's,
Why are you looking at me?
that's a great question.
Keep going on that. There's something there. Let's keep going. Keep going on
No,
that.
seriously.
This
Let's
is
think
stand
about
up
this.
at work, guys.
It's wrong to circumcise, but then the whole liberal media wants to cut the whole thing off. That's liberal.
It's not enough. That's the problem with circumcision. They don't think it's enough.
Exactly. We need to cut the whole thing off.
Yes. Chop it off at
We're
the
having
root.
important
Leave a vagina.
Yes.
cultural
That's what they want to
discussion
do.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do
But
here.
seriously, what kind of world is it we've gotten to where we say circumcision might be wrong, when it has some medical reasons? Doctors debate whether it's good or not
For boys, you're saying.
for boys,
Yeah.
but they go, oh, but let's just say your boy's a little depressed, let's cut it all off. That's liberal and good. Last time our people wanted to cut your genitals off, it's like a serial killer. Allegedly. Yeah, nobody wants to cut our boys' genitals off.
Exactly. 100%. You can't do it until you turn 18. And then can you cut your genitals off?
If you're 18 and you want to blow your head off, I think you should be able to. I'm not for suicide,
Yes.
but if you want to do it, it shouldn't be illegal. And so
Interesting.
I think when you're 18, if people want to drink Drano, they can. I don't think they should.
Yes. So you're okay with the assisted suicide
Young
thing?
people need a chance to decide who they are, and I'm all about coming of age. We can even try to lower the age of 17, whatever you want. But
Hold on now.
whoa,
Don't
whoa,
do
whoa,
that.
whoa,
Don't do
whoa.
I
that.
meant lower the age of to be able to drink or whatever, join the military. I think 17 is a good age.
Okay, I just want to make sure because we don't ever want to lower
the age below 18.
No, are these hand pads I'm supposed to hit?
I mean, if you want to
Is
beat
Rocky
up,
supposed to get mad?
just
I
know how
think
much-
Rocky might be mad.
Oh, he's getting angry.
Hold on.
He's getting angry.
Hold on. Hold on. You challenge Logan?
Yeah,
You
call him
challenge Logan
out.
and Jake together? Would you beat them up together?
And Mike Tyson at the same time.
Okay.
I'll see all their ass. There you go.
Oh gosh, get the mic up to him.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So right now, I just want to make sure we have this on video. You're declaring that you would take out both of the Paul brothers.
I'm telling both the Paul brothers, if you don't get in the ring with me at the same time, you're with Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm going to steal your hat.
Let me see what you do.
Take this, Logan Paul. Jeffrey Epstein, fuck you, bastard.
Oh, shit.
Show him the mitts. Show the mitts.
No, Epstein, don't hurt. Damn.
It's broken.
Nah, he can kick like a mule. I'm sorry.
You got 5 seconds to get up. 5, 4, 3, 2. He's still going. Oh, can't be stopped. He can't be stopped.
Get in there.
Oh.
Take those gloves off him. He's getting too riled up.
Oh no, he looks good. The
I
gloves.
just beat Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I'm the world champion.
Yeah. Woo.
That right there.
Oh.
That right there is Alex Jones, the future world champion of boxing and the conqueror of all
I think I just
pedophiles.
proved it.
Dude.
Buddy. Adrenochrome works. That's what I
Dude,
gathered.
that's what it is. You think that was the chrome?
I think I just proved it.
I think you might have. I think you got to call them out.
Dude, I could have beat Lance Armstrong at his peak at cycling.
We gotta get we gotta get Alex a robe to join our cult.
Al, do
Oh,
you want
yeah.
to you want a robe so you can join our cult?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
What's the cult?
Oh, it's still figuring it out. The cult of flagrancy.
I like being a flagrant.
All right, cool.
Standard cult, you know what I mean? Human sacrifices here and there.
You
Nothing
gotta
big.
adorn him with the robe.
Okay.
Out of respect.
You have the robe right
All
there.
right, I'm relaxed now.
Okay, good. Everybody just calm down. We're going to get you a robe. Everybody gets their own mask, and it'll be really fun. You could be a lion because you're strong, you're powerful, and you're the king of the jungle, if you'd like.
And the whole joke is we have to bow down and everything's a big joke so then the little overheard dweebs don't take us off. What is that?
YouTube censors.
Oh, yeah.
Overheard dweebs.
Overlord dweeblets.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah. They're loving this.
Now, is there anybody you would fight in celebrity boxing?
No, I've gotten really fat and out of shape, so I'm
No, buddy.
Well,
You look great.
Logan Paul would beat all those guys. It was a joke.
Yeah.
Maybe you could. You look pretty tough.
No, they kicked my ass.
If he gets on your shoulders together, you can do it.
Together we could
Together-
definitely beat them.
together we could
Voltron?
beat them one-
Like the
yeah.
Master Blaster, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
This guy be the head over here.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dubbits, you're
'Cause
going to be
he's-
the head.
Because he's the Jew.
Yeah. Does your
Well, since you get with circumcision, you'd be the pee-pee. On Voltron.
100%.
Hey, was it annoying to you or satisfying that Jon Stewart joined the ranks of the conspiracy theorists around the world?
Well, I'm not allowed to question the origin. Google said...
This is art, dude.
No.
art.
Google said you're not allowed to question the origin of the lab. I believe it came from Wet Market. Google tells the truth.
Yeah. 100%.
Now, I think Jon Stewart should be banned.
He should.
I think John... No, I'm serious.
It's dangerous.
Like, they took our last episode down because I said that.
Yeah.
I think Jon Stewart should not just be banned for saying that there's a lot of evidence that came from a lab.
Yeah.
At Wuhan. I think he should be arrested.
Yes.
Arrested.
Oh, yeah.
And
What
what
he-
else? Hung? Maybe hung?
Well, let's... Whatever jury decides.
Yeah.
The point is, speech is dangerous. We know it doesn't work. Let's get rid of it.
I agree.
I couldn't believe it. He made jokes about it and said,
Disgusting.
a penguin kissed a turtle. It was funny. This isn't a laughing matter.
Yeah.
Big tech and China, They tell us what happens. We follow that.
Yes.
Medical doctors tell us there's some other treatment. They get arrested too.
100%.
Shut down speech. That's the American way.
I like where you're going with this.
No, I mean, I'm serious, man.
And how can we support big tech in that? What can we do? How can we play our part?
I mean,
How can we be good patriots in shutting down
I think you
freedom
can
of
just
speech?
report and call for anyone that calls for free speech to be banned permanently.
Okay. So Rogan, we got to take Rogan out of here.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. He's
mean-
the first one. I think we got to go get
He's
him.
obviously a white supremacist. I mean, that's what. No, people all the time like saying you're a white supremacist. I go, they don't even say why. They just say it.
Yeah.
Or now it's like it's all the same stuff. But
Is Al a white supremacist? Because he was wearing whiteface just now.
if he supports free speech, he is.
But if a black
All
guy wearing
about free
whiteface, he's
They were saying Kanye was like a white supremacist.
oh my
He
god,
supports free speech.
and he has white kids.
Yeah,
I don't want to all go, Alex Jones on you. No, but seriously, I mean, we all got our real problems, but it's big corporations distracting us. Like some of the biggest tech companies run slave camps in China. That's on record. With like the worst conditions, but they fund Black Lives Matter. It's not that people that care about Black Lives Mattering are bad. It's that corporations are hiding behind all this wokeness.
So it's a it's a shield for them
Shield
to do
of
their
wokeness,
fucked up
yeah.
shit.
It's a shield of wokeness. I mean, that's why these big corrupt, like you watch defense contractors now. They're like, and I'm saying we still need weapons. I'm not saying they're overall bad, but you turn on like Lockheed Martin's like a black guy, hey, and like all the ads. So now it's like, wokeness is now the defense contractors. It's like, Lockheed Martin wants transgender. It has nothing to do with it. It's a total distraction.
Yeah.
So it's not even against a transgender or against a black guy. It's like, what is a corporation that makes cruise missiles telling us about this? Because it's a distraction.
And don't you
might
think
be.
that like people would be insulted, like if you were part of those communities, if you're a black guy, if you're trans, like wouldn't you be like, oh, you're just using me so you can get away with your bullshit?
There's a good word for it. It's what is the word for it? They're basically expropriating people's identity and like using it as a camouflage for what they're doing. It's patronizing.
Yeah, it is a little patronizing.
Because I always grew up wanting everybody to have freedom, loving everybody, not looking at what color somebody was, but what they did, what they stood for. Like a restaurant's got great food, I don't care what color you are. Music's great, I'm going to go listen to it.
Yep.
Clothes are great, I'm going to go buy it.
Ass is fat. You don't care what color it is.
Exactly. Poetry's great. Yeah,
Poetry.
One woman's got the curves. Whatever it is, you
Poetry,
hear it.
LGBT.
Yeah, you hear the thing. You hear it, you know it's good. So culture is the culture of what we love and what we experience. So I'm all about experiencing new cultures. But when I'm trying to get force-fed some corporate culture that's got rainbow stripes on it and a Black Lives Matter fist, but that's not even what that is. That's just the corporations that know they've run away with the whole future just trying to just camouflage
At what
themselves.
point do you think people will start realizing the corporations are just phony and they're doing this to make a buck?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not against capitalism. I'm not against making a buck. I'm mad at corporations trying to get us to fight with each other while they run off with all the money.
Oh, they're like, I'm on your side. These other corporations aren't. So you should support me.
Exactly. Like I saw a cartoon that showed like a fat cat sitting behind a desk, and the left's all yelling at him. But all of a sudden, the fat cat's got a rainbow flag, and everybody's worshiping him. It's camouflage. It has nothing to do with anything.
Is there a corporation that does it right? Is there a corporation that stays out of the way? Like, does Coca-Cola try to be woke?
They're starting to be, yeah.
Really?
That's another thing is they've gotten a few corporations.
Remember, yeah, they said they're gonna move out of Georgia over the
Coca-Cola did.
something with Georgia
Over
and
the
the voter
baseball game.
the All-Star game. Maybe they weren't gonna something over voter restrictions.
They're all involved. That's what's sad is, like, if I go to a football game or a baseball game or anything, it's really true. I don't want politics. I don't want right wing or left wing. I want to forget about this.
Yes.
But I try to go see movies now, and it ruins them. It's just like everything is a message. Everything. Here's the deal. I got 3 daughters. I'm all about women having any job they want, going to space, being the boss, being the president. But you go to every movie, the woman beats the guy's ass. She's the hero. The men are all idiots. That goes back to Married with Children, where the dad's an idiot. There's a real admitted agenda, and I've actually got the research, to make men feel pathetic, to break up our families, and to remove us so the corporations are the daddy.
From who? From whom? Like, who's doing that? You said you got a
got
memo
the
on
docs.
it.
Who
Like,
said that?
The Tavistock Institute, a lot of those different corporate groups in the 60s and 70s said that was their plan. Okay, well, it goes back to the Carnegie Endowment. After World War I and then World War II, they said that the answer to ending war is to get rid of men. They said masculinity causes war, which is oversimplification and stupid.
Okay.
And then so they said we're going to feminize men. It's like Black Lives Matter says our job is to get rid of the nuclear family,
Right.
and to get black men to become trans. Sounds like if aliens landed on planet Earth, they'd say, we come for your testicles. I mean, the first thing they say is, we don't want men. Well, what is that? It's, you're being conquered. The first thing the Romans would do when they would take over was get rid of the men of the group they conquered. The first thing any conquering group does is kill the men.
Right.
And then enslave the women and the children.
And then who is they, though? Like, who's going to use that?
These are
power
just
system?
formulas of dominance and control that if you can wipe out most of the men or dumb them down or feminize them,
right,
then you're not going to have opposition. I mean, grizzly bears will eat their own baby if it's a male. The male will get a female grizzly pregnant. Then she has a male. He'll come and smell it. And if it's a male, he can tell the smell. He'll kill his own son. Yeah, because he doesn't want that competition down the road.
Would you eat a human?
That was a big piece I did.
What? Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, buddy.
Would you eat a human?
I will eat your fucking ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready.
Woo.
Yeah, no, that probably got 50 million views. Yeah. Remember there was there was an article called written back.
I don't know if that's the healthiest decision.
Over
I feel
200
like you should
years.
watch. Maybe get some vegetables.
Exactly.
You could eat a plant-based human. Akaash is vegetarian.
Over 200 years ago.
That might be good.
There was a Irish nobleman who saw that the Irish were starving to death, and the British didn't care. So he wrote a modest proposal. Okay. And he said, let's just start having the Irish cook their children like little piglets and sell them to the British to eat.
Okay.
And
so that Jonathan Swift.
Jonathan Swift.
Satire, yeah.
Satire. And so I said, this is a Jonathan Swift satire on my own show. Uh-huh. And then I said all that on air, and I said, this is satire. So I said, if we're going to have a lockdown that starves the third world to death, then we should be ready to collapse here and eat our neighbors, because within about 10 to 15 days, depending on estimates, most people either commit suicide or become cannibals. So I said, then within that spectrum, I'm ready to not watch my children starve to death. You leftists that want the lockdowns and want everybody starving to death, I will eat your ass. It was all a satire. And I told them it was satire in a 10-minute rant. They edited it down to 2 minutes, got over 50 million views. And then my neighbors both moved out on both sides of me. No, I swear to God.
So that's how you get your neighbors to move away. Well, that's the trick.
It sounds like you won, dog.
Yeah.
It really sounds like a big win.
Did you buy their houses when they left?
No, I don't have that much money. I ain't got Joe Rogan money around here.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break from this chaos for a second because I got to make sure that you keep your hair. We don't need you walking on to set with a wig on. We need you to keep the hair that you were born with, your hair, the hair that you deserve, and you're going to do that with Keeps. I've been doing it for the past decade. That's why your boy got a full mane right here. I'm not playing around. Also, my guy, Akaash just got on the Keeps.
Sat in a couple barber chairs. They looked at my hair and they're like, what's going on at the top? I said, Keeps it is.
Keeps it is. Simple as that. I get a text message. I say, this is a no-brainer. I'm telling you, you guys got to get there before it's gone. Don't wait for it to be gone to decide you want hair again. You do it with Keeps, and it's literally that simple. And I can't even begin to explain how affordable this is, okay? Literally, treatments start at just $10 per month. Keeps offers generic versions of all the stuff that you need, discreet packaging, and proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. And remember, prevention is the key. So if you think it could be going, if you're even questioning it a little bit, you hop on that Keeps immediately because it can take 4 to 6 months to actually see the results. Act fast. I'm telling you, man, this is the way to do it.
Easy, dude. 1 pill a day. That's why I love it. That's why you should do it. Just do it. Get on it.
And this is how you're going to get it. You're going to go to keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/flagrant to get your first month for free. Go there right now. This episode is Alto. I'm drunk. This episode is also brought to you by MyBookie. Guys, if you're gambling, I want you to make some money. And here's how you're going to make money. MyBookie is going to match your initial deposit up to $1,000. Just think about that. If you have $1,000 to gamble, you put it in, MyBookie is just going to give you $1,000 more. That's crazy. Double up. Literally a double up for you. Make all that fucking money. You know we got the playoffs going, and there's interesting matchups. Shit could go south very quickly, as you've seen for many of these teams. So get in there. Put them bets out at mybookie.ag, all right? Mybookie.ag is the one. And if you want that initial deposit bonus of $1,000, up to $1,000, okay? They're matching yours up to $1,000. All you got to use is our promo code Flagrant at mybookie.ag. Again, promo code Flagrant to claim your bonus at mybookie.ag. You never know what could happen. Now let's get back to the show. How much money do you have?
Not that much.
But you got to have millions or something.
Nah,
You
you
have
doing
full
all right.
security detail.
You doing all right.
Taking helicopters.
You might
and
not be
shit.
pre-Twitter censorship, but you doing all right.
You got to be doing okay. You got a lot of people who love you, support what you do.
Here's the deal. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to make money. Money's just a symbol of energy I use to do what I want politically. I could have, I had the head of the Kissinger group about 14 years ago. He even did it in front of my crew members, and it wasn't off record, so that's why I tell the story. It's happened other times too. And that Kissinger group's the top of the deal.
Yeah.
Rothkopf, he'd written a book, Superclass, and he wanted to come on my show, and I said, you're coming on my show while we're on the phone. It's radio, TV. He goes, no, I know you're Alex Jones. You need to come to New York. You're the leader of the populist movement in America. We can get you a really great job, blah, blah, blah. You're going to make billions. It's a great thing. And he's like, you just need to stop what you're doing and come on up here. And I'd already had him try to buy me off before, other groups. And he said it all in front of my old producer who still works for us, John Harmon. And it was like a 20-minute conversation. Him saying, just come to New York, man. We're going to, it's okay. We got it all set up for you, everything. And he still went on to the interview and then basically said, oh, you're an idiot. You're going to lose, and hung up on me at the end. But I mean, that's an example of, that's an on the record, somebody saying,
Come on board.
come on board. Yeah. So
Well, yeah, because you're a powerful mouthpiece. People listen to you.
I was on about 300 radio stations back then and getting really big.
Yeah.
And I had my own independent, one of the only independent people, but they buy everybody.
I'm curious. On your way up, this is a serious question. On your way up, at what point do you realize I'm really good at this? I'm really good at this. People listen to what I say, and I could have serious influence in American culture, if not.
That's a great
world
question.
culture.
You have that thought. Hell, I had that thought 15 years ago, and then you just get wild on air, and that's what they're listening to. You're being real, and then a lot of it's hyperbole, a lot of it's serious.
Yeah.
You're not lying to people. When you're joking, and then they take it out of context. But then I realize there's people that listen to me as if all of it's serious. And so I screw around on your show because people know we're having fun.
Yeah.
But on my own show, I don't ever do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because either the media misrepresents it or my own listeners, some of them.
Don't you miss it?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't
I
you
miss
miss
it.
just wilding out, having fun, saying whatever the fuck you want?
Well, absolutely. Because as a gun owner, every time there's a mass shooting and they say all gun owners are to blame, I want to just throw that back to you. Kind of like when Nadler here in New York got asked about Antifa when they were burning down half the country last summer.
Yeah.
And he goes, they don't exist. Well, Antifa does exist.
But where are they now? What happened? So Biden wins and then it's all over?
They're still tagging people here and there. But yeah, they're trying to keep conservatives. Christians can't have prayer vigils. They can't march down the street in a bunch of cities. They're fascists. But my point is that, because I wasn't clear about it, it's my fault, is that he just came out and Nadler just said there is no such thing as Antifa. So when people would accuse gun owners in general of being behind mass shootings, I'd say, oh, yeah, that just doesn't exist either. I mean, you're kind of playing that same game. And people go, oh, my God. But then, see, I see the power I've got as almost everything I cover is serious. So when I make a satirical comment, I can't do that anymore because it'll be taken out of context.
But here you could do it.
Here I can do it. Yeah, but they'll even, man, I'm telling you. And again, it's not that they have the power to censor. They're destroying themselves doing that. It's that I want to show you guys, if they do censor this, that you jump through every single hoop, and it's still about the power of people that didn't build this, don't have your audience, didn't do all the work you guys collectively have done for decades. They are still God in charge of what you can say and what you can do. And that, it's worth dying for to not have that. Have these people that have no damn talent over us, misrepresenting who we are and lying about us and dividing us.
I do agree they have no talent. That I firmly agree with.
Isn't there like
The people running it, though.
Yeah,
the people
100%.
running it. But
I mean, the head of YouTube, I'm not even against this woman. She goes on stages and goes, I was talking to my girlfriend, and she said, why is Alex Jones still in there? And I said, I agree. And then my son said, I listened to him, and I said, that's it, he's banned. Like,
No.
What the hell is that, man? You can find the clip.
really?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have Alex Jones on this episode.
Yeah.
No.
But that's what I mean. Since when? Like, oh, well, she's a woman, so she's allowed to ban everybody. It's like, I mean, and like people are like, oh God, you're talking about, oh God, you're talking about the. Since when do you not talk about the CEO of the biggest media company in the world that has the most viewers? Since when? Oh, because it's a woman again. It's not women running any of that stuff, man. It's big banks. They just put women and whoever in the front. Oh, put a black guy here, put a woman here. But it's not because those people aren't capable. These companies have created monopolies that are blocking everybody from moving up. And then they just put a few token people up in front. Go, oh, look, our spokesperson's black. Did you actually really put the people on the board of directors? Did you actually fund their real businesses? No, you gave them a little pat on the head.
Mascotism.
Mascotism.
So who's
Take
the
that,
bank?
run with it.
Exactly. If
I
Hitler
stole
would have
it,
had a
you can
black
steal it.
mascot, he'd have won. If Hitler, I'm serious. If Hitler, that evil guy, was wearing a pink uniform and I had rainbow flags and had unicorns shooting out his ass, we'd be under Hitler's control right now. So these big corporations learned how to do it. So you got like gay Hitler with glitter shooting out his ass. He's like, I'm gay Hitler. I'm going to spy on you, make you take a debt, and I'll make you take these inoculations, and I'm going to control everything you say, but I'm gay, so it's all right.
Sieg Heil.
Like, oh, that rainbow flag ain't working. Look, I got a black puppet around here. I got a woman. Oh, I got a...
Do you ever wish that you were a gay woman?
Well, I am a gay woman. I mean, seriously, let me tell you, I learned real quick, the best teammate to have is a hot lipstick lesbian.
Okay.
Because once you got one of those, that you just go into any bar, the only problem is how many women you're going to be pulling out of there.
Real.
Oh, then you're back at the crib like 3-4 women. Whiskey bottles are flying around at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's not a good, that's all theater. Now, that was theater. That's never happened.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm a virgin. You think anyone want this? No. Women have always shunned me my entire life.
Really?
Oh, they hate me.
Really?
No.
So you had a lipstick lesbian co-pilot.
I've had to cut back from, at one point 5 women a day, because
You were at 5 women a day.
I have done that a few times. 3 a day is a good moderation.
Yeah.
But,
How many you had before you came here? It's about 3 p.m. How
only
many?
one. I'm married. I was the best lady ever. One lady.
Oh,
Wow,
I see
bravo.
it. Good for you.
But she's my co-pilot.
Oh yeah.
So she brings other women over.
No,
Whoa, dude. She might. You never.
She's over there once tonight. You'll meet her. She's a good girl.
Of course, it'll be great. I'm not going to say her name
No.
because we got to protect.
Hey, like
Is
we
it
said,
public record?
This is all theater.
This is theater. You might have a husband that you bring to dinner tonight.
Don't tell me I'm married.
Did we just out it? Did we have to cut it?
Listen,
Did we just
Joe
out
Rogan,
Alex Jones
Him and Joe
on
got
the
married
pod?
2 years ago secretly, and I don't know why Joe sucked me into this. They tie me up, the things they do.
We don't tie you up. You've never been tied up,
No,
Alex.
we're a fun cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but being
It's
serious,
sweet
that was a
things.
joke too. None of it's real. This is party time.
Yeah.
This is not adrenochrome. No, but seriously,
You're afraid to drink it because it says adrenochrome. You are afraid to drink
I kind of do.
I see you open it, figure it out, and put it
Because
down.
normally I'd already be done.
I know.
Oh my god.
I believe you.
You want me to drink some?
No, I believe you. I believe you that still you go off the label. Hey, but let me just get back to what you said. That's a really complex question that I want to answer. What was the question? You were saying, did you ever realize how much power you got? I think we need to realize how almost all of us have power.
No, not power. I'm curious before. Did you ever go, oh shit, I'm good at this?
But that's what I'm saying. But then it's the realization of then, yeah, I'm okay. I realize I'm good at stuff until I'm really bad. Like some stuff's
Okay.
really good, and then something comes out really bad.
You're really good at talking. You're really interesting to listen to, and you're really fun to listen to. So I'm curious at what point you realize that. Do you first go, I
think you should shave your legs on there. Sorry, go ahead. I apologize. When do I realize? Go ahead.
Brought to you by Man.
Those are some beautiful ladylike legs. I want to shave myself.
You got ladylike legs, dog.
Well, that's like a beautiful model.
I do have a nice leg, don't
On the
I?
row.
Look at that right there. That's a nice little point out. But listen, that's your man right there. You can't be talking crazy like that in front of him. He might get jealous.
I need to get you both fighting with each other.
You actually might have another fight. You know that there's someone else that really likes Akaash. And he
yeah.
thinks he got there first, and he happens to be the UFC middleweight champion of the world, one of the greatest fighters in history, Israel Adesanya, heard that you were hitting on Akaash, and Akaash was his boo before, and he had this to say, Alex.
Dudes love me, Alex.
Some nightclub. I love you, boo. Mwah, looking nice today, by the way. Tell
Hey,
Alex,
thank you, Doug.
what's his name? The fucking, what's his name? He was looking at you all crazy. Next time I see him, I might have to slap him, motherfucker.
Who, Alex Jones?
Alex Jones or Dylan?
Yeah, he was looking at you all crazy. I had to tell him, nah, Alex Jones.
Oh yeah.
Tell him to back the fuck up.
All right, you can get
You might have some serious might have to sooner than later, my brother. You might have
we
some
got a feeding frenzy going over you.
Hey, I've done it. I did what you're trying to do with Andrew and me. I got dudes fighting over me.
He's got dudes fighting. You have to go up against the UFC middleweight champion if you want Akaash's cheeks.
I think he wants me.
So it's not about Akaash. It's
It's
actually
about me.
you? Oh wow.
We've been dating for a while. I mean,
You and Israel.
That guy on TV.
Yeah, that's Israel.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No, he don't want to join with Israel. This guy. You know, it's a touchy subject. You know what I mean?
That's another joke. Anyways,
go ahead.
Get back to the big question.
Yeah.
And find a guy named Palestine, he'll fuck the shit out of him.
No. I realized a long time ago that being on air having fun is powerful. But I tell you, I got to know Mike Judge like 10 years ago, but I knew him
Great
before
Mike
that.
Judge, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, and
King of the Hill.
Idiocracy, Office
So we're out at this
Space.
bar. We're out at this bar drinking with some friends, and he goes, in his own voice. I can't copy his voice, but he's like,
You just did your voice.
I was watching.
Tried to do an impression of someone else.
Yeah.
and
He
just
goes,
spoke like you.
I based King of the Hill off you.
No.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, excuse me? And he goes, well, you and those other two hillbilly guys you do these shows with, back in like 1995, 96, I was writing King of the Hill then. And years later, I'm at his house. He goes, yeah, here it is. He like pulls out a videotape and like puts it in, and it's me on Access TV and it's notes and everything. But see, I didn't even realize when I was on Access TV.
What character? You're Hank or Boomhauer or
It's
what?
a composite of all these hillbilly rednecks that he would watch to then riff off of to create the character. So it's a distillation. But yeah, the guy that is always whose guy's always a conspiracy guy about helicopters.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I remember that character. He was married to like the Native American girl or something like that.
Yeah, and he thinks his son is like obviously Native American.
Yeah, but he never picks up on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Gail Gribble.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, no, this is a real video. They took me off YouTube, so you can't see it, but you can find it somewhere. It's Alex Jones interviews Mike Judge. He told the story on video. But the point was, I was realizing, like, wait a minute. I was on the air in like 1996, and that influenced King of the Hill massively. And then, so I learned all this stuff later. But I mean, I learned like stuff you do. You're having passionate, talks about things. You don't always see the effect of it, but everything just kind of bounces off everything else. And so I just realized that. But I'd
that
say
was before the internet.
Yeah.
Right, when you were popping. So you didn't really know how big you were.
Well, I was on Access TV in Austin for the first few years. Then I got a local radio show. Then I got syndicated. But enough about that.
I'm just saying, like, the internet tells you immediately.
Yeah, there's no feedback. Think about old TV. You watch TV. You read a newspaper. It didn't two-way know what you were reading or thinking.
Right.
Yes.
It wasn't. Think about TV now. It watches you as much as you watch it.
And you get to talk back. You get to tweet at the star. You get to whatever. Back in the day, you just watched and then you went about your day. You weren't like, hey, I'm going to tweet Jennifer Aniston on Friends. You just watched Friends and then went to sleep.
And it was much more relaxing. I'm not against interfacing and things, but that's all been abused massively. But trying to answer your point, because it's really
Don't worry
important.
about that anymore.
I never sat there and realized how much a big effect I was having till about 10 years ago. I never really went out on the road. Never really went out and did big events. And then Trump was running, and I would go to some of his rallies, and like I was being mobbed as much as him. And the media saw that and freaked out. They're like, Alex Jones is the enemy. So then they started like making up all this crazy stuff and saying I ran Trump and told Trump what to do and I was Trump brain. None of it was true. But like, I mean, I'd be at events though. My Secret Service like, Commander Jones, go right in, because they all believed the media that I was like in charge of Trump. And as fun as it is to say I was, none of it was true. He'd been on my show and stuff, but it was like because the media said. So then I learned that next level of like every channel is saying Alex Jones runs Trump. Alex Jones is a psychotic. Alex, look at these crazy things Alex Jones did. So they'd edit all these weird things I did and funny things I did and joke things I did all together, and then it only made me bigger. So then they thought it would hurt Trump, made Trump bigger, and then they went totally insane after that. So I've just experienced all the weird corporate heads like trying to figure out how to destroy me. They could have just ignored me early on. They made me like way bigger. And then it doesn't matter. Now I'm like this demon symbol to them that they want to destroy.
But they tried to bring you in.
Yeah, some of the, but they're not all like.
Not necessarily the media outlets, but the people of power, these institutions.
Yeah,
that make
before I
decisions.
got really huge.
As a mouthpiece.
Because they're getting everybody though. Yeah.
So that, I guess my follow-up question to that is, you're not the only person they've tried to do that with.
Oh, they do everybody.
So who are the other people that they've decided you're going to be the mouthpiece? Is Andrew Yang one of those people? Like
Absolutely. Andrew Yang is 100% somebody that's been called in the room. That's and given the universal credit score and universal income, and that's all Davos Group, UN, Klaus Schwab stuff.
Really?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You have to introduce the button.
Yeah, we have a button that
Because we
says
can't talk about a guy running for public office.
God forbid. God forbid
Oh my
we have
God.
an opinion on the mayor.
Shut up! I deserve double slap.
Give me another bottle.
That's right. Get another bottle.
Do we have one? All right, grab it. But okay, so Andrew Yang, a perfect example, right? He gets brought in. He runs. He has an interesting campaign. Maybe he's separate from these influencing factors, right? These powerful people. And then all of a sudden he gets a job at CNN out of nowhere. When he gets a job at CNN, wasn't he like a commentator? When he gets a job, is that how you know? You're like, oh, okay, he's plugged in.
I have nothing against Andrew Yang. I see how when he was unpopular, they kept pushing him, and then I know what the Davos Group initiative.
What is the Davos Group? Like, break
that's
that
Klaus
down for us.
Schwab.
What is that? Break that down for us.
If you go down to the UN building in New York, it's a few miles from here. It's all like, you won't live in cities soon. You won't have families soon. Soon you'll live in communes, which is literally like living in a tent city or living permanently in boot camp. And it's like communism. I mean, there's giant signs saying, and it shows you will live here, and it's like a concentration camp. It shows a picture of it, and they say you will own nothing, you will have nothing. You can pull this up. It's super creepy. It's super out of control. But I'm not allowed to reject it. I'm not human, so I love it. I love Andrew Yang. Yes. I love Bill Gates. I love the shots. I love it. I want to live in a commune. I love it. I love it. I love being hit in the head with bottles.
Well, I'm not going to do it just yet, but anyway. Okay, so
just build that suspense.
We're gonna build it. It's gonna sit there. It's gonna be nice and good.
You might have to hit me, but be careful. You can cut your finger.
I'm smart.
I know.
I'll hit you in the back of the
head. Thank you very much. So I guess my curiosity is, who are these other figures? So Yang is one of them. You think he was brought in? They bring you in. They sit you down like they did with you, and they're like, "Listen, you're an influential figure. People listen to you. They care about what you have to say."
I'd say it's more like baseball cards.
Okay.
These globalists collect baseball cards. They collect yachts. They collect mistresses. They collect art. And then anybody they see that's an up-and-comer, just like Hollywood tries to sign, a good star, or music would try to sign up Jimi Hendrix. I mean, they just go out and talent scout and try to buy everybody up. And everybody gets the same speech. Oh, you're going to be a big star. You're going to, you don't want to be on this crusade. You want to be on this big star. And you'll be able to influence us once you join us and work with our larger agenda. You'll come to these meetings and all the rest of it. But I already had family and people that were, involved in some of that. Yeah. And I already knew the story. Right. Already knew what was going on.
Right. Okay. And then can you tell me any other people you think who are also part of this?
Hollywood people. Name names.
It could be Hollywood. It could be politics. Like, just who are the people that we've looked at and you're like, why the fuck are you famous? Like, do you ever look at someone and go, why the fuck are you famous?
Well, that's like The Rock. You look at The Rock and you go, that guy is super funny. He's photogenic. He's super good looking. We know why he's a movie star.
Exactly.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know why he's a movie star. But yeah, a lot of these people who are the fakes, it's because they are little corporate mouthpieces that go out and say what they're supposed to do. And I think somebody like this, like Stephen Colbert, he was funny as the Stephen Colbert character.
He was really good.
Yeah.
Whenever the jokes were being written by Jon Stewart. Now, or whatever it was. The point is that now they admit, like, Charles Schumer, the senator of New York, calls him and says what should be in his bits.
No.
That's in the news.
No.
Same thing with some of the funnier late night guys who used to be really funny. Yeah, wonder why aren't they funny now? Yeah. They admit in the news that they get calls from Democrat spokespersons, and like Senator Schumer goes, "I'd like you to talk to this guy. He's my cousin. He's a funny guy." And those guys know that corporately their job and their contract is pursuant to a weird New York senator. Can you imagine like a senator calls up, "Oh, Andrew, I kind of like to see this in your piece." You say, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah.
Can you imagine like I'm out there thinking, okay, Senator Schumer says I'm supposed to say this now. Here's Schumer's joke. So this old man can sit there and watch and go, "I control that young man." It's all about these guys that got into power, basically, maneuvered their way, didn't have what it took, controlling people. That's their power trip.
So the power trip is finding these figures that do have talent and then utilizing that talent to exalt their opinions and views on the world.
Absolutely. And let them build up and get a following.
First, so they have the trust of the people, and then we flip them.
Bingo.
And the people that they don't flip, they got to silence.
Yes.
And that's what happens with you. They tried to do that with Joe.
Instead, we just rush the whole fucking system, say, fuck you, and we have a whole new renaissance. Because all a renaissance is, it's not a utopia. It's saying all the old fucking weird shit, we throw it out. All the old weird shit's like, oh, rainbow flags, oh, look, black people. It's all exploiting gay people and black people. There's nothing to do with rainbow flags and gay people. They're just literally sitting there putting that out. We need a total renaissance to overthrow the entire thing and empower everybody.
What you're saying is, you're not saying let's get rid of rainbow flags and black people. That's what it sounded like. You're saying people they're mascotting the rainbow flags and the black people.
Get rid of the front.
Get rid
Imagine
of the blacks.
Imagine if I walked in here today and I said, I really like black people.
Yeah.
Do what I say. I like black people. Like, you're a fucking opportunist.
I see what you're saying. But this is interesting.
No, I'm saying they can't. Don't get rid of rainbow flags and black people.
No, get rid of the people that are using rainbow flags and black people.
I'm just saying, stop listening to them.
Yeah.
Like when some defense contractor has a rainbow flag, you're like, dude, that's not.
You're killing people, but you're using this rainbow flag, so we
As
think
protection.
you
It's
think you have good
super
intentions, and you
opportunistic.
don't.
So all I'm trying to
It's
do
predatory.
No, but it does make, listen, I don't know if it's 100% true, but it does make perfect sense that a guy like Stephen Colbert, who was absolutely hilarious when he was on the Colbert Show, he was absolutely hilarious when he was on the Daily Show, moves to this late night show and is just not funny.
Because-
He's just not
because
funny.
they give the speech writers, they give the joke writers, here's the talking points, make it funny.
Now, we assume, here's the thing. We assume as comedians, we're like, oh, being on network TV limits your ability to be funny. But you're not saying that. You're saying once you're on network TV, you're part of this system that dictates the opinion of the joke.
Only starting about 10 years ago, because before they thought news could manipulate people, but people learned that news was bullshit. And so they went, okay, what do they still trust? They trust comics, they trust movie stars. So comics and movie stars were always political, but they fully came in, and now their full thrust is that.
They looked at the people who have actual influence.
And by the way, I'm not picking on rainbow flags and that stuff or any of that. I'm saying that's what they've chosen to use in their corporate advertising.
But don't they realize that there's pushback on that? Like, I'm seeing what's happened with the whole Chrissy Teigen thing, and it's just so fascinating to watch because she was this woman who was exalted for like calling out racists, calling out bigots, calling out the people who weren't woke on Twitter. And now it seems like the internet loves to devour her. They have this thirst. Like, if she says something crazy 10 years ago, they can't wait to cancel her. Even though that's the exact
It's bad.
thing.
I mean, exactly.
Like, what is the Chrissy Teigen thing? That's what I don't understand. Like, why is there so much of a fascination with this woman? Who gives a fuck?
Well, the media wants to give power to the mob to control it so that everybody else is scared to speak their mind. And so they'll destroy this person, they'll destroy that person.
Even though she's on the right side, even though Chrissy Teigen is fighting for what is woke.
Yeah, but they want to show their own people that you've always got to adopt. They don't want to give power. Once they've built
they build you up. You might be too powerful. They can't control you.
Yeah.
So then they expose of you.
That's what it is. There's not supposed to be any. Here's a great analogy. It's a 1970s film, and today you watch it. It's cheesy, but it's James Caan, Rollerball. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
No.
If you watch the 1974, 5, whatever it is, movie Rollerball, that's the whole deal where there's global corporations. Everybody's been brought down to like the same level except the corporate chiefs. And like there's one guy keeps winning this game and they go, no, everybody's got to lose in the end because we're the corporations. We only win. And that's what it is. So they want to control everything, build it up, destroy it, build it up, destroy it, because it's the managers of Hollywood and big media and big tech that literally have little dick syndrome and do not like all the... But listen, they're going to fail. Until the late 50s, everything in Hollywood was a contract system where you were owned by a studio and you didn't even make much... People finally did their own deal and expanded, and that broke that up. And so the answer is everybody just doing their own thing like you're doing right now. Take podcasting. I mean, it's just people in a room talking. People choose what they like. So the system's got to come in and try to hold their thumb down on that because they can't, because they don't like the very idea of it. So they go, oh, let's censor these idiot David Duke people. No, let's hear David Duke. He's an idiot. He discredits himself. Like, why do I want to censor him?
Yeah.
Because he's an idiot. And so it's the same.
You're like, let him be an idiot. People will see.
It will expose him.
If you discredit, if you don't even show him, he doesn't have the opportunity to be an idiot. He exposes himself if you let him talk.
But if you censor him, you make it kind of alluring. Like, why are they censoring him?
Then it gets worse.
Yeah.
So first it's him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to really stand up for the KKK. I don't like them. And then next it's a right-wing guy, or it's a gun group, or it's an anti-war group. And soon when you didn't stand up for them, that's the American system. Says everybody gets to speak.
What I don't understand is, and maybe we're in a different situation. We're very fortunate. We're lucky that we have the freedom that we do. But what I don't understand is, why do successful people who are already financially solvent, right? Like a Colbert doesn't need money, I assume. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't need extra money. Why is it so easy for them to be like, okay, I'll just say whatever you want? That you're already worth tens of millions of dollars.
They get in the groove, and that's what they do.
But what, they just need to be patted on the back? They need to be told that they're great? They need to be invited to the party? Like,
Jimmy Kimmel was famous from The Man Show. He was famous from whatever he did before that.
Here's why it happened. Here's why it happened. This is a big secret, which I only figured out last year. Donald Trump was one of the worst things to ever happen to America.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Hot take.
Hold on.
Hot take.
Oh, bingo, baby. That actually kind of feels good. It's like a massage.
You okay? I think you're good. Okay, go on.
No, seriously. I'm not putting Trump down. Trump meant well. But if you really pull back, the way he radicalized the left, the way he got people, the way
You are sweating a lot. Did you take a COVID vaccine before you came here? What's going on?
No, man, I'm a fat motherfucker. No, here's the
Okay, this is good.
This room is really hot.
It is a
Yeah,
hot room.
it is hot.
We keep it hot.
is
We
hot.
keep it nice and hot.
That's you, buddy.
We keep it hot. We got to keep out those lizards, man. The lizard people, the
Lizards like it
globalists.
hot.
That's true.
Oh, they like it hot. Uh-oh. Are we outing ourselves? Okay, but go back. So Donald Trump, the way he did, he radicalized.
Well, no, here's the deal. I've learned about Hegelian dialectics.
Okay.
A lot of glass in my hair. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a stripper now. I have like glitter all over me. I'm actually a top stripper.
I
See me
know.
every Tuesday night in Austin. No, seriously. Here's the deal. There's a big populist movement against globalism. Trump did win the election. He gets in. But then they're able to so panic the left to get them to censor, and to get them to attack speech, and to get them to go out and do all these horrible things that now they basically escalated American politics to where people aren't even thinking about the actual issues anymore. It's become so tribal. And it wasn't Donald Trump that did it. It was the media that basically built him into this demon and then used that symbol to get all their people on board to doing things that liberals would never say get rid of free speech. I mean, I remember the ACLU would say, I don't agree with the KKK, but we're going to sue this town that won't let them march. Let them march. They get laughed at and yelled at.
Yes.
Now they like ban them from marching. Now they ban everybody from marching. And it's very dangerous because who decides who can do that, who decides who can't.
So what you're saying is in the same way that you ban a book and then make it a bestseller, that's what liberals are doing by banning so many people. You're just making them famous.
That's part of it, but
They also use the hatred of Trump to get liberals to go against the very foundation of liberal philosophy.
that's what he just said about Hernandez.
Okay, got you.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
And by the way, Schulz, that's how you're a lovable, likable guy. So are you guys. You see all your male fans out there. I mean, that's why they can't sell censoring and getting rid of you. Because they know you're one of the top comics out there. I mean, everything you do gets like 3, 4, 5 million, 10 million views. So whether you like to admit it or not, the reason Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan are talking about you is because you're obviously going to be one of the top comedians in the country and the world. You already are. So you're like, hey, when did you realize how big you are? We all need to realize how big we are. Every voice is powerful, but yours is really big. And so that's why you've been somewhat left alone, is because they can see you're innocent and you're successful. And if you turn against them, they've got a problem. Just like Joe Rogan. Another great point you made. Joe Rogan, I'm not going to tell the inside baseball, but YouTube really messed with him. He's this nice guy. He tried to work with him. They used him working with him, like giving him attention, having guests on, being friendly, to even dominate him more. So he went and made a new deal to go over there. They tried to censor him. He was cool about it. Inside beat him, defeated him, came back out, has total control of the show. But he had to go through hell to do that. And now you get to see the real Joe Rogan, who everybody loves even more, who's more populist, more courage, great guest, kicking ass. But he was like more of a cerebral guy than me. I just attack like King Kong when I get fucked with. Joe Rogan like jujitsu'd him, fucking, I guess the word's judoed him. Used their own attacks on him.
Yeah.
That's why Joe was like, oh, I'm dumb. No, he's a smart motherfucker.
Oh, yes. Anybody who says they're dumb
Yeah,
is a smart motherfucker.
probably.
100%.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that's where it comes from, is that Joe loves everybody, like super. It's not like a fake thing with him. He loves everybody. He's like, why don't we all just come together? Why don't we all just...
He's literally a good guy that got immense power without even wanting it. Like, it's not like his goal is like, I'm going to be the most powerful voice in media.
No, they just kept fucking with it.
I know, they kept fucking with it and pushing him to the top. And it was so funny. He hit me once. He was like, dude, every time one of these like hit pieces comes out of me, my numbers skyrocket. It's like they don't even realize what they're doing.
No. More attack pieces, please.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is Joe's so nice, he would project himself onto things. I've known him like 23 years now. He would project himself. Alex, people aren't that mean. They're not that bad now. He's like past me.
Yeah.
Like where he's like, all he does is research now. He knows everything.
Yeah,
It's definitely an exciting situation.
He's the
because
best.
if you can, it's not like I told Joe Rogan what to think. He just saw it for himself.
Yeah.
You're like, look at this stuff.
I wonder if like those people that like reach out to you, these people that reach out to different folks, like I wonder if they understand who they can and can't influence. Like I doubt anybody reached out to Joe and was like, we'd like to control you now. I bet they're like, yeah, we're not going to be able to control this guy. We just got to try to like radicalize him or
No, they just do
make
stuff
him
like,
radioactive.
oh, hi, the YouTube president wants to talk to you. Joe didn't tell me this. I've got these calls like 10 years ago. But then I talked to Joe, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it's like, why don't you just try to work with these guidelines? Come on, be a team player. And you're like, and then the minute you halfway give in, they get even worse. So it's like being controlled by a pimp or something. And it's just like, Joe's like, fuck this, man. I mean, I'm not going to say what he's told me privately. He talks to you even more than me, but I know he loves you. But the point is like, you get that thing as a man where you're like, man, you're not going to fucking enslave me. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to fucking do. But then Joe's smart about it. He's been more like, but I mean, here's the deal. New World Order. You radicalize Joe Rogan. You keep fucking pushing, man. You don't fucking stop. Leave us the fuck alone. But no, they radicalized me. I used to be anti-George Bush, and I still am. Anti-war, everything. They call me a right-wing fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
Been fucking arrested twice by George W. Bush. Not a fucking right-winger.
Yeah.
But they don't stop, man. They just lie and attack. And they make you get in a position of saying, okay, I'm going to fucking man up. I'm way fucking smarter than you, and I'm more popular than you, and now I'm going to run your ass over.
Let's go.
Fucking go!
And you know what? And here's the thing, and this is how you know it works. It works, right? I'm 37. Akaash 37. Mark, this is the next generation of comedian. Mark is 24 years old. 24 years old. 24. Okay? I can't speak for you, but I imagine you're like, I have to create my own thing. I imagine you're not going, oh, I need to audition and see what the next show on Showtime is or Comedy Central or any of these. I have to create my own thing. And maybe I will do deals with Comedy Central, Netflix, or these things, but I have to create my own thing. Obviously, Mark is integral in this whole process and building everything that we've built here. He co-wrote the Netflix special. So, I mean, but the point is like the influence of Rogan, the influence of all the guys, the guys who have gone independent and built careers is starting to take place in the next generation. The next generation is not going, how do I get on CNN? They're not going, how do I get on Comedy Central? They're going, I want my own fucking shit.
And you just said it. That's why you're better than I am at this. Exactly. You just crystallized it.
Not true.
Everyone gets it now that it's about being your own person. He's not thinking, let somebody call me and tell me what to do. Some old fucking man. Some old white man. Talk about white people. A bunch of old fucking white people. Yeah. Fuck you, man. I'm not going to listen to you. Dude, so that's the deal is that he's doing his own deal. That's going to give him pleasure in doing his own deal and seeing that successful. Yeah. And that's why these guys can't control us. So they think, oh, I'll just scare this guy. I'll scare that guy. I'll mess with Joe Rogan and tell him what he can say. And all he does is go create a whole new deal and get 10 times more radical.
Yeah. What do you think, Mark?
That's powerful.
Do you think that that's something that is specific to you, or do you think other comics your age are also taking that same approach?
No, I think it's generational. That everyone, not even comics, but I just think all content creators. Like the rise of like YouTube and all these other like platforms is like democratized content creators, and they're seeing the further generation. And they go, yeah, I'll just do that. And that's I think it's taken shape.
It's not about what old man you got to go kiss their ass, and who it's like hey, if people want it, they're gonna buy it.
Bro, It used to drive me nuts. I would go to these comedy festivals and I would see comics like kissing these executives' asses.
Oh God, man, same here.
It would fucking disgust me, and I was like, I just can't do it. I cannot do it. There's got to be another fucking way.
That's what happened to me the times I said I didn't sell out. Like, hey, we're going to fly out to Hollywood. A jet's going to come pick you up. This is like 18 years ago. And like, I'm on a jet. And I'm like, well, these are the stewardesses. I know they're trying to set me up. I'm not fucking the stewardesses. And I get there, and it's all like these old men like, like they're patting you on the butt. Like, who's the famous black guy? I've told this story. The media picked it up. They did a joke. Who's the famous black guy that's like an Idiocracy, a bunch of the movies?
Idiocracy.
We told the story like he's at these executive meetings. The guys are grabbing his dick.
Tim Meadow? He's not an Idiocracy.
No. Who plays the president in Idiocracy?
Oh, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, fucking badass. Terry Crews. He tells that story. Well, I told the story. Shit, I've had Hollywood execs grab my dick 3 times.
Really?
And
Did they like what they felt, or was it like?
I mean, I told you it's very small. The point is that
who grabbed your dick?
Well, I'm not going to say the story. One of them died. A couple, but the point was these were big Hollywood producers.
Say the dead dude's name. Who gives a fuck? He's dead.
No, I'm not going to. The point is, I'm not a victim.
He don't snitch.
It wasn't that big a deal. The point is, they didn't do it sexually. It was an act of dominance. So I get Terry Crews like a badass NFL football player. Some little white dude grabs his dick from his wife, wants to kill him. But me, I was like, what the? I threatened to kick some guy's ass the first time. And this was like a major Hollywood fucking lawyer to the top directors at a major movie deal. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there go, hey, have a safe drive back. He goes, don't you fucking threaten me, and grabs my dick. In Texas, we say have a safe drive home. wasn't like a threat. The guy grabs my fucking dick. I go, what the fuck? He all fucking freaks out. It happened 2 other times where like, you're just these guys that reach over and grab you. And
You wouldn't get a Hollywood movie deal? I would have loved to see you.
What I'm saying is,
you and Larry the Cable Guy fucking doing it.
That's what they do. Is I'm saying in Hollywood, it's an act of dominance.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're always like old fucking hunchback men. Like you said, it made you sick. It's like, I have the fucking talent. I'm on a power trip.
Yeah.
But you got the money. You want me to kiss your fucking ass? How about we are successful? How about that's my sign? Not I got to kiss because they're pussies, man. No real fucking badass dude wants you to fucking kiss their ass.
Yeah.
Or nobody who actually thinks that they have power wants to use it.
Well, I can fight okay. I'm not going to grab fucking Terry Cruz's dick even if I wanted to. I'll beat my ass.
Because that's...
I mean, I'm like, what are you doing? Like walking up to a fucking dude and fucking grabbing your dick in front of their wife.
They're insecure.
It's an act of dominance.
They're like,
exactly.
I just need to confirm to myself that I could grab somebody's dick and they'll do nothing because that's how powerful I am. But I don't believe I'm that powerful, so I have to do it just to make sure.
I prove it to myself as much as
No,
them.
it's a form of rape. It's a little baby rape.
Yeah, it's baby rape.
Yeah.
But not rape of a baby, but it's baby rape. But it is
No
like,
babies were raped during the filming.
that is true. Only during the making of the adrenochrome. Yeah. Are we not drinking the adrenochrome anymore?
Fine, I'll take a drink with you.
All right, fine.
I trust you out of the adrenochrome.
You said you fought back the first time. What happened the second and third time?
No, I mean, one time I was like, what the fuck? And then it was a big fucking scene and everything. He's like, are you threatening me? And all. It was really weird. And then another time we were leaving a restaurant and this fucking major director producer just goes and fucking squeezed and then laughed and jumped in an SUV and drove off. I was like, what the fuck? And then it happened again, like I'm in a meeting.
kinda funny,
I'm in a meeting in a boardroom and this dude reaches over and starts grabbing my dick and I'm like, what?
You ever think it's you, bro?
No, I talked to a lot of people.
What were
man.
you dressed like when it happened?
Yeah, like how? Why
Maybe you were asking for it.
Yeah, why are you wearing?
I
that
was better
outfit,
looking
dude?
back then, but no, these guys just grab dicks. You know, if you want me to tell you a real story, those are real stories. But I can tell you a real story about I snuck into a secret compound and got chased around by gay dudes like it was Pepe Le Pew.
Wait, is this the one, Bohemian Grove? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude, I love that. We're watching a video for the Bohemian Grove thing. That was hilarious. Now, did they ever get anything from you?
Oh, they raped me. No.
Dude, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The power thing, because you see this happen all the time, like this sexual dominance, but there's like other ways people use the power. What is that a function of? Like what does that mean? Like is having tons of money not enough? Like when you talk to these people, I've never spoken to these people that are like that high or researched them even. But like when is it just their bottomless pits?
I think it's an OCD thing, whereas like I love my wife, but she'll literally look at her makeup bag and like open it and look at it and like walk around the house and flip light switches on and like before we leave, like go back to her room and like it's like, well, you know, women all do that. Like, what do you like mill around for 30 minutes before we leave? Like, what is this thing? Well, women are great. They mill around the house and like check their makeup and like, you know, make sure the door's locked. These rich dudes are like not comfortable in their own skin and they just want to mess with people because they get off on it. They can dominate you. They just feel like
so.
And if you put up with it, they get really happy afterwards. It's like a weird ritual.
So
here's my question: Is that what Elon is doing with crypto because he's not doing it to humans? Is it like I just need to express this power? I'm not gonna fucking touch on people or make people feel uncomfortable. Do some sexual.
I agree. He's molesting crypto.
He's molesting
molesting
crypto.
Bitcoin. Guy's
And
molesting
in a
my
weird
bank
way,
account.
hurting people tons, but it is a use of this power. Why the fuck do these people need to use the power to potentially hurt people?
He drives
What's
it
that
up
about?
and he shows it as a woman bent over. Let me put that tweet out. I'm going to get into Bitcoin. And then he helps drive it up and then he obviously insiders it, drives it way down and he's now I'm in charge of all you motherfuckers. I'm like, well then rocket it up to the moon, bitch.
Let's go. Let's make some money, motherfucker. Like that's the weirdest thing. Why is it?
Because it's a great thing. It's counting all the other fiats. I say, you know.
You like the Bitcoin.
I mean, compared to our fiat currencies, it's just got way more value. It's got the blockchain. The system doesn't like it. These new currencies are the way of the future. And I think everybody should be invested in a whole bunch of them to learn slowly. But Bitcoin's the original. You know, it's kind of like things fail. You're trying to get your wife pregnant.
It's bullshit.
You're trying to get your wife pregnant for a fucking 100 years. Soon, boom, you make the baby. It's perfect. It's like Bitcoin 10, 11 years ago hit. What?
That's the example you
No,
I was with you. I get it.
No, I'm saying is
I'm
it
with you on this
finally
one.
went together
Yes.
and the whole system works, the codes work, and then everything else is trying to copy it. It just can't do it. So you can sit there. Listen, I can.
Did you ever find your Bitcoin? You had 10,000, 300 million right now.
That was confirmed, by the way.
Max
you
Kaiser,
came out on the podcast.
Yeah.
That came out, and then the guy Max Kaiser, who tried to give you the Bitcoin, like was in. Someone was interviewing him, and he brought up that story.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
people
true.
thought you were bullshitting. They're like, "Oh, he's just bullying. He didn't have 300 million. You had 300 million in Bitcoin."
Well, there was 500 million when they checked it, but yeah. I mean, what happened was at the time I told the story. No, it's true. I'm covering Bilderberg, north of London, 10 years ago. And I only knew Max for like 5 years, and Max was a huge stockbroker, hooked in with Soros and everybody. So he's the real deal. He wrote the original codes, the Hollywood Stock Exchange, and cryptocurrencies. So I think he's probably involved with a group that did it. And so we're in the basement of this hotel. We're eating fucking steaks, drinking wine, and he goes, "Hey, get somebody to set a wallet up on one of your iPads," or we didn't have iPads then, it was a laptop. And I'm like, and I know Max for a few years, he got really mad because my IT guy goes, "What's a wallet?" And he goes, "A wallet's this and that, you idiot." And he goes, "I'm going to give you 10,000 Bitcoin. I learned later he's given out over 30,000 Bitcoins. And I'm not going to say the name of the companies, but a lot of the companies you see that give out $10, $20 Bitcoin when you sign up, that's Max Kaiser. So Max Kaiser's got billions and billions in Bitcoin. I mean, we're talking probably more than that. It's like, so he's hiding like in plain view, like Godzilla's right in plain view. And I was just like drunk, if I went and had like a T-bone steak and, mashed potatoes and a bottle of wine, I would have been listening. The next day, I'm like, I'll walk outside. He's doing this interview, and he goes, "Shut the fuck up, Alex." I can't do his voice. "I fucking tried to give you the future. It will take over and be the world currency. Fuck you." And I'm like, "What?" He never did that to me before. And he wouldn't talk to me for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Because he's like, "You're a fucking idiot. I led you to the water, you dumb horse. This will be number one." No. And then
I led you to the water, you dumb horse.
Can we call him? Do you have his number?
yeah, I got it.
Call him, please. Call him right
Let's do it.
now.
Let's absolutely
we
do
have
it.
to call him.
I want some Bitcoin
Then
too.
he comes to
motherfucker.
Austin 3 years ago, and he even has his girlfriend calling my wife. I don't know why he's not married to her. Stacey Herbert's his wife. and like my wife said, "We're going out to dinner with Max Kaiser." So we're in downtown Austin sitting there. He's like, "I really want to help you with Bitcoin. It's going to double or triple the next year," which it did. "Now is the time, Alex. I want to help you." And I didn't do it again. So I finally said, "Fine, I'm fucking doing it." Here, I'll call him right now.
Let's call him. This is great. Let's call him. I remember seeing, I'm not as sure about the Bitcoin or the crypto stuff as you are. I think it's full of shit.
Listen, most of it is speculative, but what was California? That was a gold rush. What was Texas? That was a cattle rush.
Here's the difference. At the end of the day, if I have gold and it's worth nothing, I can mold it into a hammer and beat the shit out of the person that told me to get it.
Exactly.
I can't do that with Bitcoin.
Thank God, huh?
Thank God for you.
Lucky for me.
No, I hear you.
Akaash
What I'm
got me
saying
big
is,
into Bitcoin.
but all the big banks are invested. How the game ends, it's definitely speculative and dangerous. But how the game ends, it's the future. I mean, I waited 10 years to get
But do
involved.
you want that, dude? Do you want a currency to be out of the control of the U.S. government?
The U.S. government's under the control of the globalists. So, I mean, at a certain point, I just want innovation. And people are going to get hurt in this. I'm not even a big pusher of it. I'm just saying that the technology's there. Let's call Max Kaiser.
Yeah, let's call Max. Let's call Max and get to the bottom of this.
Tell him I'd like 10 Bitcoin. That's
Yeah, just tell him to throw it over. Just tell him to throw it
0.1%.
over.
We're asking him how much
Of what you
Bitcoin he's
got.
got right now.
Let's see.
He probably won't answer. He's called me like 5 times today. So, but of course he won't answer because I called me 5 times today. Joe Rogan didn't answer when you called though, so you're cooler than I am.
To be fair, it was a callback.
That's true. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna be increasingly more drunk as I read these ads, but we're gonna be here for it because we pretend as if we read the ads in the middle of the show, but realistically, we read them at the ends. So your boy been drinking. Boy been drinking for 3 hours with a man of mayhem, Alex Jones. That being said, I haven't only been drinking, I've been smoking, and I want to tell you all exactly what I've been smoking. I've been smoking that CBD, okay? That CB diesel, as we call it. And if you're going to smoke CBD, there's one place to get it from, and that's Cushy Dreams. Simple as that. Kushy. Cushy Dreams is the one, the best in the flower. That's what they do, and they do it well. Simple as that. Let me show you what we got right here. They got the pre-rolls. That's what we were smoking in an episode. I don't even know if you've seen this yet, but we're going to smoke them. And then they also got the flour. Akaash could show you that right there. Point is, I got to burp because I'm drunk. Point is, I'm telling you, if you want the flower, if you want that
another, like,
smoking
weed.
experience, if you're into that weed, but you can't smoke the weed because you can't function for the rest of the day like I can, you just need that CBD and you need all that relief, you go with Cushy, and it's a no-brainer. Cushy motherfucking dreams. And this is what you're going to do, okay? I can go through a couple of these things that they got. Remember, it's always organic. They got the lab test showing compliance and purity. It's available on their website. They contain under 0.3% of THC, so it's legal federally, all that other stuff. But if you want that good, again, the best bud in the business, you go to cushydreams.com, Kushy dreams.com, and at checkout, use the promo code Flagrant for 20% off your next order. Okay, smoke your CBD with the promo code Flagrant, you get 20% off. Also, this is very important. You smoking that CBD, you're gonna get calm, you're gonna chill, you're gonna get relaxed. But let's say you need to hype it up, Akaash.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Let's say you need to hype it up. Let's say you need a little bit of energy. Let's say you on the game console, you know what I'm saying? You playing with your boys, right? Virgin squad in a building, you know what I mean? And let's say, for example, you're out there and you are feeling a little bit exhausted, but you know you got a very important game coming up. What you gonna do, Akaash?
I think you're going to have to use gamer subs.
Gamer subs. This is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You want to stay up. You want a little bit of energy so you could get that long game going. You got a nice little streak going. You don't want to fuck it up just because you're tired. You're going to use that gamer stuff. Matter of fact, if you a nice little thing, nice little, what do you call them things,
It's
bro?
a wife you.
If you need a nice little wife,
Nobody else will, you fucking dork. Hey, don't just use it if you play video games, man. Use it for anything. If you need energy, this shit got nootropics. It got caffeine, organic caffeine, zero calorie,
though.
zero sugar, keto friendly. This is the shit. And it's cheaper. 35 cents a
Electrolytes.
serving. Electrolytes.
They got all that stuff. All I'm saying, if you go to gamersubs.gg and use the code Flagrant, at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. That's GamerSups. That's GamerSupps.GG. I'm telling you, this is no-brainer. It is the cheapest way where you could get energy, be super effective, and they got the nootropics who actually you won't even play better than you normally play. You're welcome.
And it's healthier. It's not the fake-ass caffeine and energy drink. It's
Look at all
organic
this.
caffeine. Tastes good. It's smooth,
Shit.
not chalky.
Shit.
I just drank some. Tastes great.
Delicious. Anyway, let's get back to the show.
While we wait, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
When are you going to do stand-up?
They won't let me on stages.
We'll get you on stage.
We can get you on stage. I'm telling you, when I realized you were a stand-up, I saw you completely differently. I was like, oh, this is a
Well,
stand-up.
I want to do some comedy. I can actually I have some original stuff. It's pretty funny.
You are hysterical. You're not always right, but you're right enough that if you were a stand-up, people would be like, this motherfucker. When you call yourself InfoWars, you set an expectation that you always have to be right, and anything you're wrong for, they can crucify you. If you're a stand-up who's just fucking hilarious, then you're a guy that went Comedy Wars. Then when you're right, everybody is like, holy shit, this guy is
please, I'm ready
hilarious,
to hang
and
with
he's
you
right
guys.
sometimes. You
I
have all
already
the
said I'll
freedom you
fly the
wanted.
crew down to Austin.
I'm ready,
do
yo.
it.
We got you. Well, yo,
We
come-
already told
come
you.
open.
We will definitely come through. We'll definitely come to the show. You know that. I said that the first time.
Plus, you can do Joe while you're there.
Of course. Absolutely. But
Yeah,
I just said that I
Andrew
would.
can do
I
Joe.
support.
I'll be
I
watching.
love you guys. No, I've been watching your comedy for years, and the podcast. I wasn't putting two together the comic with the thing like a year ago. I was watching I watch these shows like every day, and I go, oh, that's the comic. So it's good to mix the two. 'Cause it's good to have the longer discussion.
You gotta
We
get
think
you
it'd
on
be fun
stage,
if you
dog.
do a little stand-up, man.
You'd be incredible. Telling you, you're a stand-up. You don't realize it, you're a fucking stand-up.
You're a stand-up guy too.
Well, thanks, buddy.
But
Thanks.
he wants you to sit down on that day.
I like your Back to the Future, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No, he is a very nice person. But that was a joke. I'm not actually trying to marry him.
You're not.
That's disappointing.
Plus, he's already got a suitor right up there.
He has a suitor and he has an actual wife that he's about to get married to.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a big wedding, dude. We actually want him to. Are you familiar with Indian weddings at all?
Usually they get rid of one woman by burning her, and then they get another one.
Yo, he's
I took you
80%
seriously-
right. He's 80%.
If I took you
a little punch,
seriously,
give it a
no,
little
it's all good. You're
No,
a
I want full
stand-up.
power.
No, stand-up's got to be able to. No, stand-up's got
I'll do it. Boxing glove.
That was actually
I stuck him a little bit.
That was in the juggler, not the face.
Hey, I can't
I
aim.
want to hurt you.
I can't aim, bro. I was a no-look punch. You know what I
Well,
mean?
listen.
It's okay. I can handle it.
Yeah, I assume.
The artery's half broken.
See,
That's like in Kane and Kung Fu, like kills a guy. Like, Like, oh, well.
My bad, yo.
You know, with
I
Indian
like it. I told you to do it. Good job.
Indian weddings.
want to do?
No, no.
Nah, it's
Full
all
power. Come on, give me that power. Come on. Pakistan, right there.
Come on.
Take out Pakistan. Nuke them. That's the other weapon.
I missed
I
again.
only killed half.
I missed again.
Attack again. Yeah. He can punch pretty hard. Yeah.
I'm telling you, buddy, you're
bony
lying
little-
too much.
Bony little fist.
We want for his wedding. You know, Indian weddings are like this huge thing, right?
Feels like you got vaccinated, right?
He punches pretty hard. He's like, I'm gonna fucking punch you. You want it, bitch?
I was surprised he stuck you in the face like that.
Oh, he hit me in the neck.
Fucking got him good. But we thought that he could come out on your back instead of an elephant. He would
What if I just
come out
rode
on
you?
Yeah,
I don't want to do the horse. I can ride Alex.
because they have to come out on some sort of animal.
You could
Well,
be
like
my
you
elephant.
said, I'm pretty short. Like I'm 4'1". You're 4'2".
Yep, that's about right. That's
I'm
about
only
right.
6'7".
Did you pay for that plane that had the people in, where was it, in like Los Angeles?
in LA, yeah.
It was in LA?
No.
It said Joe Rogan's real height is 5'3".
He said Joe Rogan is
Look,
literally
I never made fun of
5'3".
Joe's. I never feel like I'm small. I feel powerful. Like I'm like 5'10". I never felt little. Joe's like almost as tall as I am.
Wait a minute. How tall are you?
Like 5'10".
I thought you were like my height.
No.
Or 6
Come
foot.
on,
You're like
come on.
6'2".
You like my height,
I'm
bro. What are you
6'2".
talking about? This is where InfoWars gets in trouble.
No,
No,
hold on.
stand up and say he's 5'10".
I stand up straight. I'm fucking.
Okay, let's go. I'm 5'7". I know you're 5'7". Maybe 5'9". Maybe.
Well, I've also been pile driving. I lost a few inches, but
I believe that.
when they measured me back in football, I was 5'11". But I don't care how tall I am. I beat some fucking big motherfuckers' asses.
Yeah?
So I feel big. I don't feel small. Like a little chihuahua. Like feels all powerful. Like, you know.
Yeah. Do you miss fighting ever?
No, because I'd have a heart attack now.
Do you ever worry about having a heart attack?
I'm sure I'll have one, so it's all right. I mean, anyways, the key is.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to know what the reaction will be to your death? Is there a little part of you that's curious about what
Well,
the
it's going to be
reaction-
big.
It's gonna be
big.
fucking massive. So are
I'm
you
just sick of everybody
cu-
talking about it. I look that unhealthy. I am sweating in here.
Yeah.
It is like 100 degrees in
It's 65 degrees and you are sweating.
here. Because I'm looking at those legs.
I know, baby.
Disgusting, right?
Those are some sexy legs.
I have great legs, Al, do I not?
Nah.
You can't just say I have great legs.
You got good legs, dog.
I have
Al do
good
not.
legs. You
Al do
can't-
not.
My
You're
wife
just
should have
jealous.
come. We get her in here.
You got a
See
good
whose legs
chest,
are
buddy.
better.
Don't worry about it.
Whose
Good
legs
shit.
are better? Who do you think has better legs, me or your wife?
My wife, I'm a little partial to women, you know.
We're just talking about legs. Legs don't have a gender.
Yeah, you can be impartially attracted to legs.
My wife's legs are better.
All right.
I like how you said that like it was objective. Like you were like, it's close. But my wife's legs are better.
Anyways, getting serious.
Getting serious. Let's
No,
get serious.
because there's 100 topics. Last time you had a whole big list. We never got to them. And I was super drunk.
I have a list.
I know you're
I
controlling
drank a whole
yourself.
bottle of adrenochrome.
You're controlling yourself, and I don't like it.
Okay, here.
Because you're here. If I don't control myself,
He's about to be a Hollywood executive. He'll show you.
you're going to be on my shoulder out the door. Me to pick you up? I might be strong enough.
Pick him up. Pick him up. Yeah.
Fuck out of the way. We're getting married.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Girl.
Bro,
He stole Akaash. He just stole him.
you gotta do this.
Hey, can I tell you something? His security didn't do a goddamn thing. They just saw me getting fucking carried out the room, didn't do nothing. Oh my god! Oh my
He's
god!
mine now.
This is great.
Bro, what? You're eating pizza?
Bro,
Oh, where's that pizza from? You
Yeah.
don't know?
that
You
could
don't
be
know?
from Comic Pizza, man.
Cosmic?
It's comic pizza.
Comet pizza.
Comet, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have gave the pizza. And what's your mask?
That might be little boy dicks on that pepperoni.
What if that pizza was ordered by this person right here?
You know what happened with that whole story?
What happened?
We had all the Jeffrey Epstein emails.
Pizza grease on it.
I want to get some pizza.
I don't care who you are. This is the most entertaining person in the planet.
Charisma through the fucking roof,
nobody
dog.
else. There's nobody else. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. This is the most entertaining human being on the
God.
planet right now.
Pizza.
And then,
Can we get some more pizza, please? I'm so hungry.
Get this guy a plate,
We take
yo.
a 5-minute break. Eat pizza.
I don't think we need to take a break. I think we do this on air live.
Oh shit!
Got some animal. He's going for it.
I got him
There's a
worked
piece of
up.
ass right there.
What he said? What he said?
That's naturally. Nah, it's just a tag for a joke. That was just funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a joke. You're okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh my god, dude, so funny. Did you just lick it off? Just lick it off the pit. Jones, I have serious questions. Jones, you know I have serious
You
questions.
have a lot of questions.
Everybody, you got his fucking hair.
Okay, ready?
Oh my
Alex,
God.
are you ready? You tell me when. Fuck,
want-
marry, kill. Marina Abramovich, Hillary Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Who? Which one?
Marina Abramovich, that artist chick that does the blood parties or whatever. Hillary Clinton, wife of Bill Clinton. Ghislaine Maxwell, slut.
Fuck, marry, kill?
Fuck, marry, kill.
Can you cheat and say kill all?
Nope.
You can't cheat.
I mean, I don't want to kill any of them. All right, well. I'm going to fuck Hillary.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to marry Ghislaine.
Why Ghislaine?
She loyal.
And I'm going
Yes,
to kill Marina Abramovich.
Yeah. Okay. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you rather have 8 years of Donald Trump or 8 minutes of Tiana Trump?
Tiana Trump.
You know who she is?
No.
The porn star?
Oh, I did Google that name once. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather have 8 years of Trump. I thought he was trying to do a job.
Okay.
But in a way, having Democrats in it even makes it worse, you know?
Why?
Because then let them run everything and everybody wants to not do what they want. You know, like
Because there's
sell
no
it.
criticism whatsoever now. It's just like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Democrats are selling the country out.
Really?
And Republicans have done that too.
Selling-
Trump really stood up for our jobs. I mean, he really stood up for U.S. jobs.
Yo, did you go, I actually wanted to text you when I saw this. When you saw John Cena bend over and grab his ankles for China, was there part of you that was like broken? He's like an American symbol kind of.
Guy wears fucking jean shorts, man. You don't
Yeah.
get more America than that.
I mean, I've always thought that guy looks really creepy. And so, I mean, in China, it's like the NBA bound out of China when they have like death camps with 1 million Christians, 1 million Buddhists, and 3 million Muslims. Like they admit they've got death camps that U.S. corporations use. And so, of course, everybody bows down. China's the big market. So he's up there, doing the Mandarin Chinese thing, apologizing because he said Taiwan was a country.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, it's a total capitulation, and it shows the attitude of America. Oh, you want to have a pedophile have access to my kid in school? Okay, I'll do it. You want me to bow down to communist China? I'll do it. So it's just like run up white flags. America's flag should be a white flag now. And I don't say that because I hate America. I'm embarrassed. I'm tired of running up white flags of this shit. To radical Islam, to communist Chinese, to just any of it, man. Like, America's pretty good compared to other countries. I'm sick of how much we suck all day. Yeah. Pisses me off, man. If there was some other better place, I'd be there.
Facts.
Sick of this shit running down the country, man.
Facts.
Like I said, if you didn't suck so much, then it'd be okay. But like, bullshit.
It is bullshit.
It is bullshit. Shit, I go to China talk like this, I'm arrested. I go to fucking Middle East talk like this, I'm dead. And meanwhile, I don't hate gay people. They're all telling me how I'm right wing because I support guns and stuff. Go to the Middle East, you get killed. They're like, we don't care. We like Islam. And I love the Muslims. I don't hate them because they're brown or because they're whatever. I'm just saying, I'm not joining your group. I'm not putting a beekeeper suit on my daughter.
Holy fuck! You're a fucking stand-up, dog. That's so funny. Fuck me. That's so fucking funny.
Well, I got to impress you. We're getting married.
Fuck.
That's great.
That's so fucking good.
But now we all wear them anyway. So,
Right. Yeah.
but don't question the UN. Oh, I think we should wear masks forever. I think we should wear mask underwear. Farts can share COVID too.
Is that true?
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is what you drink with pizza. That's some good pizza.
It's good pizza, man. You want another slice? We have another
We've
slice.
kind of wrecked your studio.
It's okay.
Not we.
I mean,
Yeah, let's just go back to this.
Yeah, put that shit back on, dog.
You can't question me when I'm wearing this.
yeah, put that on. Now you can say your real
You're not going
opinions.
to attack a woman, are you?
Never. Now, here's my question to you. Is it just greed? Is it capitalistic greed? Is that what we're selling out for? Is it have
You know,
America?
it's more than that.
Yeah, get the mic back.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I forgot these things.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's been a while for you.
It's been a while. What's all this weed doing over here?
That's
You wanna
CBD,
smoke?
baby. You want
It's
CBD?
That looks like plants.
Well, yeah, that's what CBD is.
Yeah.
Now, do you want a bubbler?
I want to watch you guys smoke weed.
You want to hit it like a bong?
That's too hot, man. You guys ask how I handle it. It's hot in here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not complaining. I kind of like it.
But here's the thing: is
a
it
sauna.
greed? Is it greed? Is
Shouts
it
to
capitalism? Is it
Cushy
us?
dreams.
Is it us going? Do you have a lighter? Is it us?
What it
going-
is
lighter?
decadence. Any culture goes through a cycle where it gets so much freedom, it becomes decadent and falls apart. It's a cycle. I'm not against the cycle. It's a cycle. And so I
Okay.
just think that civilization's falling apart right now. And because we don't stand up for what we know as the fundamental pillars of the city. It doesn't mean we don't go out and party and do some wild stuff and a little bit crazy, but we support what's good and wholesome and build it up because that's what supports everything else. But when the evil and the corruption and the silliness starts attacking normalcy and productivity, then everything collapses. So everything's balanced and things are out of balance.
Okay. You want some CBD or no? It's creative, so I assume you could use some more creative thoughts. You know what I mean? I feel like you're a
I
guy that
can,
feels
but I don't
creative.
want to get too high here.
Well, this doesn't have any weed in it, but it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
CBD.
So
How is it then looks green?
it's literally the same flower, it just doesn't have the THC. It's trans weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all you,
It
buddy.
literally doesn't
you
have
check
any
that whole
THC.
thing down. I'll
Is
get
this
it.
some Joe Rogan weed?
No, Cushy Dreams.
Joe smokes the real shit.
No,
This
Joe's
is
got the real
CBD.
shit.
Yeah.
That's
Joe
all
can
you.
handle a lot. I can't smoke weed and do work or anything like that. I literally
Light her
can't.
back up.
Hmm.
You got a lighter back?
Yeah. So, anyway.
This is
being-
genetically engineered weed.
No,
It's the fluoride in the water that makes the weed impotent.
It's it's
Exactly.
gay weed. It's
Yeah.
like the frogs.
it's gay weed.
You know, that's a whole other subject. Now we have the gay frog over here. I actually brought you guys. Hold on. This is a product placement or I'll go bankrupt.
Go.
You're asking how much money I'm making. We have audiences bigger than ever on our own sites, band.video, freeworldnews.tv, infowars.com, all those Reddit sites. But the big thing we do is just sell t-shirts, books, films, supplements. And just because I look super unhealthy does not mean the supplements don't work. They're actually great. Like I was actually me yesterday and I turned into this after. No, but seriously. Hey guys, will you bring that bag in of goodies, the gay frog stuff? Sorry. There's a bag out there. Looks like we were shipping cash in here for a drug deal. It's over there in the corner. And I was going to come here instead of being Wonder Woman. I was going to be a British guy
Okay.
and talk to you guys in a British accent. We can do that in a minute. What was the question?
There wasn't. There wasn't.
That's too nice to me.
We're asking about the gay frogs.
Yeah.
Look, that was a rant 10 years ago while I was reading a Berkeley study about atrazine making the frog population collapse because the males only want to have sex with the other males. I call that gay frogs. I'm not against gay frogs, except they don't have babies, they die.
But should gay frogs be allowed to get married? That's a question you need to
Well,
ask.
let them get married. The point is that the reason the big corporations push it is because they don't want more people. So let's open that bag. The mystery green camouflage bag.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, from InfoWarsStore.com. Well, this is a really bad shirt. No, but we got some of the InfoWars coffee. I told them to put some t-shirts in there. The big thing is Save the Frog shirt, and I brought you guys some.
No.
Yep, and then we're done. This is horrible commercialism.
No, do it.
Pay for the trip up here. Here we go. InfoWars with me. Whatever you guys size want. That's a Save the Frog shirt. And it just
That's
says
a fire shirt.
Infowars.com. So it's a good, decent shirt, InfoWarsStore.com. That's it.
Oh, it's very funny.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because you know what? There's been people out there that said, Schulz, you're not coming to our city. And, you know, we fuck with you. We really want to see a show, but you're not coming to our city, especially people in the Bay Area, Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Even people in San Diego, the show sold out so fast, and they hit me up. They're like, yo, why aren't you running back another show? So you know what I said? I said, fuck it. I capitulated, bro. I said, I'm going to do what y'all want. San Francisco, we coming out there. Okay? Vegas, we coming out there. San Diego, we're doing another fucking show. And you know what? For the special taping in August, not in August, for the special taping in September in Austin, we got some more seats available.
Wow. That's big. You did
Got
it.
some more seats
You a man of the
available, man.
people.
We man of the people out. We man the peoples out here. Anyway, October 2nd, Vegas. November 6th, San Fran. A second show is added in San Diego on September 16th. And remember the Austin special tapings on the 18th. And I believe we're going to tape the 19th as well. We're adding more seats to those shows. So go get those at theandrewshows.com. Those tickets will be available Friday. Friday, those tickets are available. Make sure you go check that out. And Akaash, what you got cooking up?
Yo, first, thank you to everybody who came out to Kansas City at the Comedy Club of KC. You guys showed love. It was great.
Let's go.
I'm going to be in San Diego at the American Comedy Company July 1st through July 3rd. Buy tickets. That one will sell out for sure. July 22nd through 24th, Baltimore. I'm at Magooby's Joke House. I don't like the name, but I heard the club is great. I can't wait to be there. August 5th through August 8th, I'm going to be in Naples, Florida at Off the Hook Comedy Club, Florida. We back. I'm going to see if I can move the guys back down there again. And then September 23rd through 25th, I'm at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin. So, yeah, I'll probably be there for Schultz's special. Maybe, you know what I mean? Your homie's filming a special and you'll be there. But then I'll definitely be there September 23rd through 25th. Come through. Tickets at akaashsingh.com.
And guys, you see the quality here. If you want that same type of quality for your podcast, come over to WTFmediastudios.com. Book your studio time in New York. If you're trying to elevate your podcast outside of New York, you also go to that website and book a consult with me. But this podcast has been brought to you by Schulz.
What's up, bro?
Freshly!
Oh, shit. My bad. I thought we were still talking about WTF Media Studios.
Yeah, I was going to throw it to you.
Y'all gotta check out WTF Media Studios, man.
Thank you.
If ever WTF Media Studios looks or sounds better than here, DM me directly. So we make sure that I'll keep his priorities straight. Now, if you want to make sure you're eating good, okay, because we're eating good out here, bro.
We're eating good, bro.
That's why we looking slim. That's why we looking muscular. If you want to make sure you're eating good, you got to do it Freshly, bro. Freshly's unbelievable, man. I'm telling you. Freshly's unbelievable. Is Freshly not unbelievable?
The best, dude. Turkey meatloaf, cauliflower mash. Bomb as fuck.
That's your
Bomb
one
as
right there?
fuck,
Oh,
bro.
that's your joy.
Bomb
That's
as
your
fuck.
favorite meal that they got?
That's my favorite meal they got. No
I'm
question
telling you,
asked.
man. Freshly offers chef-made, nutrient-packed, delicious meals delivered fresh to your door. I thought that sentence was going to end earlier when I started hitting the chair, son. I started hitting the chair too soon.
Yeah.
There's a second sentence, too. No cooking required.
No cooking's required. They cooked that shit already, right?
Bro, already
Y'all
cooked.
just got to heat it up.
Heat it and eat it.
Heat it and eat. Ooh, that's a good slogan.
That's fire.
We might
go.
got to keep that. Heat it and eat it. All I'm just saying is ordering is easy. You visit freshly.com, choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying, better for you meals like steak, peppercorn, sausage, baked butter, or chicken pasta.
Stop.
What?
They need to know what you're
Yeah,
actually
but they're
saying.
so delicious. I'm saying it like the heavies.
Okay.
Like that's when I see the
That's
heavies.
the heavies of taste buds.
It's the heavies of taste buds, bro. You don't want that sausage peppercorn. You don't want that. Bro, when the heavies come through, Freshly can fit your lifestyle with a variety of plans and meals to pick from that work for your dietary needs.
Preferences.
Preferences. Yo, they got preferences for days. Okay? They got taste, family sizes. And now, actually, this is really important. When it comes to actually cost per meal is unbelievable, bro. Because if you're trying to eat out, you're going to get drilled on these prices. But you can do this for $6.16 a meal.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Even if you were getting delivery. This is delivery.
So that's
Bruh.
cheaper than McDonald's.
Cheaper with way better nutrient-rich foods.
Cooking for yourself going to cost you $8.
Facts. How would they make it cheaper than that? I don't even know. Point is, right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off their first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/flagrant. Make sure you go to freshly.com/flagrant so they know we sent your ass there. Stop stressing about dinner. Go to freshly.com/flagrant for $40 off your first 2 orders. That's freshly.com/flagrant for $40 off. Now let's get back to the show. I make a lot of crazy declarations. I truly believe you're the most entertaining man on the planet.
But I think you are.
No. You are the most entertaining man on the planet. No. I have specific fields where I think that I can excel in my entertainment. But I think if it's sitting down and talking, you're the most entertaining man on the planet.
I don't disagree.
I genuinely feel that way. Am I wrong to say that? Give me pushback. Say other names. Just
I'm
say
extremely
other names.
flattered.
So I'm born in Dallas. I'm a Cowboy fan. Jerry Jones, every fan hates him, but they say if you meet Jerry Jones, you will like him. It's impossible not to like him. You're a similar way. If somebody meets you and they get it, they're like, oh, that's who he is.
Well, you're a sweetheart. I love you too.
Hey,
I like you guys. I like you and I like Schulz. I like your whole crew, man. Yeah. I'm not gay, but we get
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll start smoking the gay weed, bro.
Yeah.
This is how it starts.
Yeah.
You might be onto it. Now, here's a question I have seriously.
Got a lot of people. People want to hear the questions here.
Yeah.
Austin, is it changing? You've got
oh yeah,
a lot of people from California moving in. You got probably people from New York that went there. Is it changing? And are you going to be okay with this new Austin?
The world's always changing, so I'm very comfortable with it. I actually like all the new people. I just don't like the big tech corporations that have come in that are pushing their politics. But I think the city overall, a lot of folks that have been fleeing the worst parts of California, which is a great state, by the way, been ruined by the left, and people fleeing, New York, everywhere else because of the lockdown. I mean, I think they brought a lot of money and energy and ideas, and the restaurants are better and the comedy's better. And quite frankly, I'm just sitting there getting the fringe benefits off of all these amazing people moving to Austin. So yeah, I think.
So you're supportive of everybody coming?
Absolutely. I don't like the mayor 2 years ago going, if you're homeless, come live here. Because then, like Joe exposed last week on the show, hundreds of millions of dollars in LA alone to the managers that manage the homeless. So I don't think you should just camp in somebody's front yards and use fentanyl all day. So no, I don't like the Democrat politicians moving to Austin and bringing what they do. But the people fleeing Democrats are great. And Republicans aren't perfect either. But the people fleeing those policies are great. The Democrats coming with them aren't. So the Democrats' slaves run away and want to be free. And then here come all the Democrat policies. I don't like that part. But I love the people. Shit. I mean, there's Austin always had them all the great restaurants. Now it's ridiculous. It's got comedy anywhere you want to go. It's got all these films getting shown, music. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
You don't worry it's going to become like San Francisco? From a Texan,
I'm sure it's going to get overpopulated.
Austin to me is just San Fran 15 years ago. It's about to get infiltrated with tech money. It started as this kind of weird little gem city that people in the state knew about. But I think a lot of tech companies moving in, and it's going to just become San Fran.
I agree that it's going to probably go bad. Yeah, that and everything.
All right, fair
yeah,
enough.
That Moby song, it's whatever.
Okay.
We've come a long way together. That one,
or is it even Moby? What's the one about I'd stand in line for this, and then all of a sudden it goes bad again?
I trust you.
Moby?
That's not Moby. What's the one?
I don't know.
I've had a few, whatever.
Okay.
That's adrenochrome.
Next question.
Next question.
Yeah,
we're doing serious questions here.
No. I want to talk about everything. I'll talk about Epstein. I went and visited his pervert palace.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Yesterday.
How was it?
Or the day before. It's sold for $25 million, 7-story building where royalty and globalists and top tech heads went to have sex with underage girls to be compromised in their club. It's people go, do they know they're being compromised? Of course, they're being brought into a cult. It's a rite of passage. It's an initiation. So we covered that. It's pretty amazing.
And what was that like?
It's just creepy to know that the whole system knew. And then after the FBI raided it, when finally Epstein died, after they left, in went a bunch of guys with suitcases because they had the hidden wall and they got all the good stuff and ran out with it. It's pretty bad.
And you don't think we'll ever see it?
I mean, we know what happened. Epstein was just one example of they corrupt people with basically things that are illegal: drugs, money, kids, everything. And I'm just surprised there's a big enough market to compromise the academia and the government with kids. I mean, because I'm not into kids. And so I have a real problem, understanding how people are. But there's, again, enough of these weird, kind of creepy nerd dudes who they're scared of women. They're scared of even whatever. They like that power of it's a kid, like they're over it and everything. And so, I mean, I have to tell you, you make jokes about adrenochrome, and I do too. Because Hunter S. Thompson wrote about it. But it turns out, adrenochrome's real.
No.
It's a real compound.
It's a real compound.
Yes, in terms of like its physical
It
chemistry.
exists in the world.
Yeah.
Like
Hunter S. Thompson wrote about it in Fear and Loathing whenever he published that. Was that in the early 80s or late 70s? I don't know.
70s, I think.
Okay, so he publishes that and talks about a Satanist giving him adrenochrome, and his lawyer gives it to him, and he's really high off of it. Then in the 90s, a company the Clintons are connected to patents the EpiPen. And it says on the package, you can pull it up, adrenochrome.
An EpiPen is for people who have diabetes or something like that.
They have anaphylactic shock for like bee
Anaphylactic
stings.
shock. Yeah.
And so
Allergy. Yes.
And so it says right on it, adrenochrome. And so I was like, is this real? But yes, it's been confirmed in like the UK. They caught groups doing it, whether they're really getting high off it or not. They torture a kid, scare them really bad, then slice their throat open and then they drink the blood, and they think they're getting high off the stuff. So is it actually some drug that's out there? Hunter S. Thompson said it was real. Now it's on an EpiPen. But again, only the UN's allowed to give out medical advice. So we better fact check that. Pull up the EpiPen. It says adrenochrome on it. And I'm not saying the EpiPen has stuff of kids. It's a synthetic, like he said, adrenaline.
I don't like fact checking you. I like letting you go.
No, but they'll lie about you and say that we said that had that. We're not saying
Nothing
that.
we say is real. All this is lies.
Yeah, this is all hyperbole. But
Only Susan Wachowski has rights. She is.
do you know what that is?
Yes, the fucking Matrix. What a deep cut, dude.
Okay.
For anyone listening.
No. What's the head of YouTube?
I thought you were talking about the
Are you
Matrix
talking about
directors
YouTube
who are
creative?
trans.
YouTube.
No, the CEO of YouTube.
Susan Wachicki?
Wachicki.
Oh, the other Wachowski sisters were the Wachowski brothers. They made The Matrix.
And now they're,
And then they transitioned.
I mean the woman that actually is the CEO.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's way better the other way.
Yeah, it's so good the other way. So good.
They asked me like in a Vanity Fair article like 10 years ago, do
You
you
were in
like
Vanity Fair?
a bunch of them. They go, do you think the Wachowski brothers good transitioning? And I said, yeah, great. They're an adult. It was in the quote. I mean, I don't give a shit. You're a fucking old dude or whatever. You want to be a woman, go ahead. But the point is, don't try to teach 5-year-olds about that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're heterosexual, homosexual, whatever you are. Leave kids alone and let them chase butterflies, man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think most people agree on that, and the fact that is controversial in any way is absurd. Because I think if 95% of people, or 95% of people would agree with what you said, right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
Leave the fucking kids alone. It's pretty easy. Now, here's my question. Disney, right? Creates a lot of great content, has these young stars. These young stars end up really flaming out at young ages.
For the most part.
I mean, a lot of them. Too many.
Yeah.
A too large a percentage compared to the average population.
Yeah, I don't think show business for children is good on average.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on that though. So it's not specifically Disney, it's just show business in general. And why is that? We have a theory we discussed.
Because the children get told what to do from the beginning and they're not being themselves. Just like we're as adults with executives trying to tell us what to do, it's not healthy. These children are put up there, they're put on a pedestal, they make money, their parents tell them to do it. They behave like trained SEALs. They're around a bunch of corrupt, powerful, rich people. And, money on average, can be very destructive unless you make it all about your art and your mission. I'm like, you guys are very successful. You're, keeping it, real here in Brooklyn, doing your deal. If you try to go to LA, guaranteed you'd have more fights with your girlfriends, your wives. You'd have more issues. It's like, it's just that proximity to that old decadent system. I mean, have you seen at Disney? I'm not going to give Disney a pass. I mean, how they hired convicted pedophiles to be directors over children's movies.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah, look it up. Fact check that. And let them censor that now.
Allegedly.
Now they're covering up.
Yeah.
No. To type in Disney, hired convicted pedophile to direct children's show. I mean, it's all there. I mean, like it's a club, and we ain't in it. And so,
Mark, you had a point about the Disney kids, or maybe it was about like child actors, and you likened it to being molested. What was the point again?
I don't remember exactly, but like
You were
once you're in the system and you receive like fame and money and riches all at a super young age, does it emotionally stunt you?
Yeah.
Does it give you like
I was ignoring you. Say it again.
If you
I had Trump calling literally. Sorry. Not bragging. It's funny to call right now.
Wait, pick it up.
No, it's already done.
Call him back, dog. Call him back.
Call him back. This would be hilarious. Let's
No, can't do that. When the number goes through, it's like a secretary, and then I miss it.
Ah.
They all hear I'm in New York. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't a name drop. It's just funny that happened. He haven't called me like a year.
Invite him to dinner.
All right, start over. I heard what you said. I was ignoring you. You said it's about what the kids being.
Yeah,
We're talking about child actors, and he goes, he basically say what you said.
Basically, I'm curious that if you get fame and fortune at a young age, does it emotionally or developmentally stun you? Do you have like a latent adulthood?
Exactly. You have an early adulthood where you top out, and then now what is the point when everybody's kissing your ass? Exactly. I don't think early success is good for people.
Yeah. Like, is it akin to like getting molested in the way that it could potentially
I think
traumatize you?
I totally agree that like the whole culture of Hollywood and stardom. I mean, because I never really knew that I was famous. I was living in Austin, just doing my own thing. But even when I was like 35 years old, and I said I'm pretty famous, it was still screwed with me, and I could handle it and got over it. And I don't even give a shit. That's what's a great feeling. But yeah, no, if I was 15 and was on major movies and all this shit, I would be screwed up. I mean, because you got to like learn to like, you go to any party you want, there's any amount of drugs, there's any amount of women. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Everybody's using you though.
I think there's something there.
Yeah.
There's abuse to being used, and like feeling that way, feeling like manipulated and used as a young age is abusive.
Yeah.
And something happens there and it fucks with your psyche. And it doesn't fuck with it maybe in the same way as being like molested, but maybe it's derivative of that, right?
Yeah, because you expect elders to lead you and help you.
Instead of take from you constantly. And that's why you see these young fucking people. You see what like Britney Spears and shit just destroyed. Like, I don't think Britney was crazy at 14 years old.
No chance.
She's been broken.
That's a normal human being.
Who was broken by the system, and they let her fucking break.
And think of just the how fucked up that is to always have everybody looking at you. Like, you're 14 years old, you go to a restaurant, everybody's looking at you, everybody's screaming. And then, like he said, you got access to every fucking drug you could possibly want. You're not old enough to say no. People might even offer you, and you're just trying to fit in. You're an insecure kid.
And the people that are supposed to protect you are making money off you, so they don't want you to stop working.
Nope.
Keep working.
There's
nobody
making
who
us
you
money.
feel safe with.
Who are you?
Yeah, you're being used like a candle you light just burns out.
That's it. It's literally a candle.
But I also think we start to see the break after their fame or success
Disposed
starts
of.
to
Fame
decline.
wanes a bit. And
Because
now
it's like this way of life that I grew up knowing is starting to decline, and they don't know how to deal with it
And the
because
people
they're
who-
still young and they haven't developed that
That's a
portion
great
of the brain.
point. It's
of
usually
like,
when they have a burnout from drugs or whatever. As soon as they're not there anymore, nobody's there for them.
And the people who are,
the
people
fact that
who
nobody's there for all those people that you thought loved
thought
you, but
loved
they're
you.
really using you, go away.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with that existential crisis, which is like, oh, I'm alone in this shit. I've been lied to for the last decade or 2 decades.
And now you're a young adult who hasn't developed all those things as a normal kid would develop.
Because you go through disappointment.
Yeah.
You go through, oh, fuck.
They don't develop any of that.
Just not equipped to deal with the world in any way, shape, or form.
That was beautifully said. You didn't get to go through the breakups and the fights.
Yeah.
You've been sheltered since you're 10 or 8 years old, and everybody loves you, and now you're out of this cocoon.
Dude, Amanda Bynes. Remember Amanda fucking Bynes? What happened to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Another Disney one, right?
Yeah, another Disney one. She was like a movie star, all that. And then she just kind of like, she's in a mental institution last I heard. Remember she was saying all
Nick
Drake
Carter, like we can go down the line.
Britney
Any one of
Spears.
these.
What was the guy who?
All
just
I
broke
know
up?
is in Hollywood they have air conditioning. I kind of like it though.
We're in Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah.
Who would have known Brooklyn's like air conditioning? That ain't invented
Fuck
here yet.
air
Create a
conditioning.
sauna. We all losing
And I
weight
gotta
while we're doing
say,
the podcast.
Brooklyn is very interesting. I've been here in a long time. You live in what looks like the apocalypse. I mean, it's like
Wait. Why?
like I thought Dallas looked scary. No, it's kind of cool in a way.
Dallas looks scary.
It looks like this.
No, this is gnarly, dude. I mean, if you even see even the art here, this is a Hunter Biden piece. That's
a Hunter Biden piece?
Yeah, that's a Hunter Biden piece. Yeah.
He did that?
Yep.
Well, that's actually cool. I thought his art sucked. Hunter Biden did that.
No.
No, his stuff's like, that's how they launder the money. It's like 500,000 of
That's how I fucking. All right, go on that. So recently, let me just set it up. So recently, Hunter Biden just becomes a fucking artist, right?
Yeah.
Because they can no longer get him working for like Ukrainian
Anyone?
gas corporations to get paid for doing absolutely nothing. So he just starts selling art. The art goes for how much?
the cheap ones are 500,000. He's selling some for $1 million. And of course, it's like, get to talk to my dad, the president.
That's
now they're keeping it secret who's selling the art.
yeah. But think about
Because
it.
that's a great piece of art. I would buy that.
Yeah.
The mutant. You guys got great taste. All this shit is fucking great. Hunter Biden is like dripping. You can do it in 5 minutes, like dripping stuff on canvas.
Yeah.
So it looks like a gorilla made it that was on PCP. And then he's selling the average piece for $500,000. And they're saying, The buyers are secret, and it's all a money laundering operation because the oldest trick in the book is buy a politician's piece of property for more than it's worth. That's how you get around the law. But the oldest thing is art. And so you could say, it's the eye of the beholder. So now the Chinese government or a Russian gas company or whoever it is can come into his art gallery. He's not even there. And they go, I like this piece of painting. How much? It's $500,000. Oh, good. I get card to talk to Hunter, right? Yes, the artist will call you. Thank you. I buy it. And then that's how the payoff happens.
I knew it.
So instead of me buying you off, which you wouldn't let me do, I said, I will buy you for $1 million. They're like, fine, but we're not going to actually buy you officially. I'm going to draw on a postcard, a little picture. This is $1 million piece of art. You're okay. And I'm going to buy it from you. So you create this. I buy it from you. And now it's for this piece of paper. I didn't buy Andrew Schulz. I bought the piece of paper.
But
really, he bought
access to me.
You bought access to the president. Exactly.
How much longer is Biden going to be around? Let's be honest.
Even the former to Obama and to Trump White House doctor said he should have a cognitive test at any time. But here's why they want that. They can get him to do anything they want, sign off on it, then he gets the blame later. None of them know why it happened. So he's the perfect puppet.
Oh, shit.
And by the way, I'd love to see Biden succeed. I wish if he got in, stop all the fighting, stop all the race stuff, bring America together, do better deals with China. Let's move forward. I don't want to fight with these people, man.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do. Like I used to,
Yes.
But no, instead, it's like Biden is on another planet. He's on another planet, and I don't know what's going to happen to him.
Do you think Kamala steps in within the year?
Here's the problem. Why do you think they picked her? I don't know, actually. She, out of 15 candidates, had half a point of support at her peak. And with black Americans, even less. So, like, no black person that watched her. This is real numbers. Like, I would think out of 15 people, she'd get 5% compared to, like, Yang or, like that weird woman from Minnesota that was even creepier than her. Yeah. She got like 3-4%. Amy Klobuchar or whatever. I mean, give me a break. These people are like watching paint dry. How does she get half of
so funny. That bitch is so boring.
She's like, I'm worried about global warming and a snowstorm. It's like, wait, there's a snowstorm. It's like blowing, snow's in her face. The earth is warm. It's like, it's definitely warm here. I'm not saying it's not heating up. But what she did at a global warming press conference in a snowstorm. Like, go inside, lady. Yeah. It's like I'm cutting a shot for like Coca-Cola at the beach with like bikinis. We're like in an ice freezer. We're here at the beach with like frozen food. But seriously, why would they pick Kamala? She's the most unpopular politician ever.
So why do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm asking you guys, why would she be the most unpopular candidate? I don't know.
I think that Biden had a stench of racism, and they needed something to offset the stench of racism.
That's it.
Right? It was like the opposite of what they did with Obama.
Yep.
It's like Obama was black, and there was a lot of white moderates who are like, I don't know if I could do all that, so let me get the kind of racist maybe guy to run with him, the guy who looks like a traditional politician, the guy who might have a questionable past, might have dropped some M-bombs in some like Senate meetings, etc., even when quoting people, but still. And I think if you run them together, it makes those white folks feel comfortable with
I agree. I had Judge Brown on. He was a big criminal judge, a famous judge before he did that. Amazing guy. He came to Austin, hung out for a couple of days. And he has these huge viral interviews, but he was on a federal task force to actually go after racism in the 60s and 70s. So he would go to these meetings, and Joe Biden was literally, I'm not going to repeat the stuff he said, but I mean, he was he was literally the KKK darling. People don't know that Delaware is like the northern, it's like Georgia in North U.S. I mean, yeah. And you had to pull up the Judge Joe Brown interviews, man. And he saw him. So I found the quotes in newspapers. He just put in Robert Byrd, the KKK leader, Grand Dragon or whatever.
Grand Dragon, Grand Wizard.
Grand Cyclops. No, I'm telling you. It's like they were playing Dungeons and Dragons before it was invented. Where are you going? I'm going to dress up in an outfit. Say I'm a dragon. You're the 12 years old playing Dungeons and Dragons. You're crazy. But anyways, Robert Byrd, all of them. That's where Biden comes from. So I'm not going to even say the stuff Biden said. It's in news articles. But Brown saw these things at these think tank meetings where he's like, like Biden saying, like, we're not letting these cockroaches in our schools and all this stuff. Oh, it's bad, man. Brown saw it. I've read the articles where it was quoted, like in the 60s and 70s, but Biden had like this weird ducktail, and they called him the Great White Hope, and he's like a KKK leader, basically.
Do you believe there's a white genocide?
Swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Do you believe there's a white genocide?
There's a genocide against all humans on Earth by the globalists. They want depopulation.
Depopulation across all races?
They want it, but they got a black genocide, a white genocide. I mean, like the media talked about how they injected over 10,000 black people with syphilis. That's true and it's wrong. Because they knew when it came out, they go, oh, they did the black people like it's okay. And there was institutional racism. Went, okay, we're not for that, but okay. They were injecting all the poor people with that, man. In Peru, in
This is
West
true.
Virginia.
This is true. In other countries, they were doing these chlamydia.
They did to everybody.
experiments and
Yeah,
stuff like
everybody.
that.
So they're just dicks, man.
So it's a genocide against poor people at the end of the day.
But do you think
It's just rich people
Bro.
want to play God.
Okay, so here's something okay.
Pull up Judge Joe Brown on Biden's racism.
Have you heard of what's the name of the drug? This we might have to cut. Invectum or something like that. I got it up here.
I heard this last week. I don't know if it's real.
Okay, so it was a COVID drug.
Oh, ivermectin?
Ivermectin.
Oh, I've heard about ivermectin.
It's not a COVID drug, but it was a drug that was used for these serious.
No, I know what ivermectin is. That was some other. Yeah. Here's the problem. I'm not a doctor, so people watching can make their own decisions. The United Nations said a year and a half ago, we will decide what a drug is as a treatment, and no one else can, so that if there's no drug that's viable to treat this viral condition, then we have to do the experimental, unapproved vaccine.
Right.
So that's why they said you can't say hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, remdesivir, even though now the British have been approving that and others have. So I'm going to say no. Only take your COVID shots. Take Pfizer, take Moderna, do whatever Google says, even though they're in bed with them. Take the shots. You don't need zinc or vitamin C. You don't need food or sunshine or water. Only do what the UN says run by Big Pharma. No, I'm serious. And it didn't come from the Wuhan lab. No, seriously. None of it. None of it came from there. So
Now, I will say this. COVID is...
I don't think these thousands of medical doctors have a right in their own press conferences to say this. I think it's good they censored senators in congressional hearings with experts about how ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine and all this were helping people. They were liars. I agree with big tech. There shouldn't be U.S. senators having hearings. There shouldn't be Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, with meetings with the scientists saying this. You don't have a right to hear what a congressional meeting or a Senate meeting or a House meeting or a gubernatorial meeting. Since when do Senate meetings and House meetings and gubernatorial meetings in capitals with scientists at boardroom tables under oath get to be heard? No! Seriously, fuck this, man. I'm leaving the show. Don't you ever say to me, Andrew Schulz, that we should be able to hear from doctors under oath and congressional testimony. That's fucking sick. What the fuck planet am I on? Google, shut this fucking show down. Don't you ever bring up alternative treatments, you goddamn asshole. Fuck. That's fucking white supremacy right there.
That's right.
Seriously, that's white supremacy. Ivermectin is white supremacy. Hydroxychloroquine is white supremacy. Zinc is evil. Vitamin D3 is evil. You don't need any of it. All you need is Pfizer.
It's like Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam Bigelow.
You know what happened recently in India, obviously?
Because I'm diamond ring wearing,
Yeah.
Rolex wearing,
Yeah.
private jet flying, bitch.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Woo! Woo! And then you think I'm going to sit here and take that? Then you don't have any idea what you're dealing with. I've spilt more liquor than you've ever even imagined in your little fucking checkbook. And that's why today you will face the heavyweight champion of the world. And it doesn't matter what you try. At the end of the day, it'll be me, Ric Flair, that holds that belt. Now, you ladies get ready to line up and ride Magic Mountain.
Oh, man.
You know, India said they're taking ivermectin.
They're bad. They won't turn over themselves to Muslims. Sorry. Yeah, India had to sue so the UN won't block them getting ivermectin. Fuck India.
No. Now they said they're not.
You ain't getting no fucking medicine, motherfucker. The fucking Google says you don't get hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin. Ha ha, motherfuckers. You ain't getting that.
You ain't getting that.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, you were talking about India?
They took away ivermectin and zinc from the home kits. They said that they weren't effective.
That's right. Well, no.
That's as of yesterday or something.
The Indian government followed a UN directive, so the main Lawyers Guild sued over it. That's the thing. I agree because India's doing good. You don't get that.
Isn't that crazy though?
Trying to steal that ivermectin. Fucking diamond ring Rolex wearing.
Diamond ring.
Fucking jet flying. You drink.
A little chrome. A little chrome for the kid.
We're going to eat tonight, too.
Damn right we are. All right, listen.
A big old slice of pussy, too.
Slice?
His wife he's talking about, for the record.
Hold on. We got a serious one. I got a serious one for you right now. Are you ready for a serious one?
Yeah.
This is a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, bring some heat. Lay it on him.
This is a riddle.
He can handle it.
This is a riddle here.
I'm not good at riddles.
How many Qs does it take to screw in a tiki torch?
There's not enough Qs in the world because they're full of shit.
Good answer.
You're not down with the Qs? You don't
What
think
was the answer? No, here's the deal. The Q thing was run by the FBI to come in and say Trump's invincible, everything's fine. It was the Q thing set attack the Capitol. So we had 1 million people there for a protest. They fooled like 500 people thinking they were under orders from Trump. It was all run out of Q, which was FBI, to attack the building.
Dude, what the fuck is anonymous?
Anonymous is anonymous. I mean, it's the same deal. Like people say, are you for anonymous? Anybody can put a Guy Fawkes mask on and say what they want. So one anonymous I love, one anonymous I hate. But like I have people like walking at me going like, yeah, Q exposed Jeffrey Epstein. You tried to cover it up. And it's like, we're in contact with Trump and the secret alliance. And I'm like, well, I'm actually in contact with Trump. He doesn't like Q. They wouldn't listen to me. But it was all like an internet thing for the left to manipulate the right. They totally chumped them. And the right acted like just idiot buffoons. I mean, I gave the Democrats a congratulations. The way they manipulated that Capitol attack and all of it. I mean, they fucking did that. And they fooled people to go in there. I tried to stop them. They're trying to indict me right now.
Really?
Oh, it's all over the news, yeah.
They're trying to indict you.
Fuck yeah, they got FBI investigations open on me.
Really?
What are you spending monthly in legal fees?
That's pretty low right now. Probably like $200,000.
A month?
Yeah.
How much? 200,000?
A month in legal fees.
Well, that's mere chicken feed in a war, my friend. But no, seriously. I mean,
Careful now.
That's a
I'm going to get hungry. You keep talking about chicken feet.
It's one of those power blasts. It was pretty painful. I want it again.
No, I can't.
Give me a power blast.
Yo, take one from Andrew.
He needs
Take
it.
one from Andrew.
I'm scared of it. People punch around here.
Take one from Andrew.
Demon punch. All right.
one from Andrew.
Anyways, no, seriously. I don't spend that much every month. I spend like $10 a month on legal.
That's quite a drop, man.
It's where we like to go. No, seriously.
What's the video that's going around on Twitter about you? There's some video that I think you said you were causing or something like that. I haven't watched it.
I was causing it?
Some 2-minute video. It went viral.
What is it?
Let me see if I can find it. I'll try to
Yeah, it's like, there's a video of you.
A lot of videos of this.
Schulz, there's a video of you. We want to.
I assumed you'd seen it. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just teasing you.
That's all right.
He punches hard. I'm not bullshit.
He does. Every single week, the government comes out and they're like, yo, here's some aliens. We think it's aliens or UFOs or whatever like that. And people don't care. Why do we not care about aliens anymore? And why do they keep trying to shove UFOs down our throats?
When you look at all those, quote, UFOs and devices that are doing Mach 15, the rest of it, clearly we've got a lot of advanced technologies. And the word is those are human technologies. And basically the deep state, the shadow government, the breakaway civilization, it is showing us the advanced technology it's got and then trying to create an ethos to unify us around the threat of an alien invasion. And it was back at the Evian Bilderberg group meeting in the early 1990s that Henry Kissinger later confirmed this statement, said we need an outside threat from outside our planet to unify us. So they also have a Project Bluebeam they've talked about of a fake alien invasion using holograms to basically get us to all unify around that. So if COVID, which is a real virus, but the hype and fear around it was the power grab, the hoax, the fear was the hoax, the shutdown was the hoax, then imagine an alien invasion and what they could do with that and all the pre-programming. So yes, they're definitely trying to get us to do that.
So you think that they're going to... Sorry, go.
But then why are we so divided in so many other ways? Like, it
But
feels
we're
like
united on this UFO shit. We don't care.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the only, yeah.
They're out here going, this is the newest
But the shit
sneaker,
we-
this is the newest Jordan, it's dropping Tuesday, and we're like, we don't need that.
But the shit we're divided on, masks, whatever, we're very passionate about those
We're
things.
passionate about COVID. We don't care about UFOs, bro. We don't
Well,
care.
that's because we've been hearing about it so much in movies, it all blurs. But there's definitely stuff going on this planet. I think there's definitely advanced civilizations that do come to the planet. But all that stuff you see, those are like weapon systems and things they have.
Yeah, that's our shit, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at our shit, but you do believe in the interdimensional
And that's
beings.
showing the Russians and the Chinese like, oh, the aliens are here.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it's us flexing for them. We're
Yeah.
gonna call it aliens, but y'all know what the fuck it is.
See how we just surrounded our own ships? There's not a problem. Because they want to surround theirs, they might shoot like, oh, your jet's going to catch us at Mach 3? How about Mach 20? And it's the same deal, yeah.
And when they're saying shit
the
like
aliens never surround a Chinese ship.
Yeah.
They never surround a Russian ship.
and they always say shit like, "There's nothing that could possibly move that fast." So that's how fast our shit is. You see what I'm saying? Like that, you can't even comprehend how fast it is. It's not even possible for something to move that fast, is it? But if it's our shit, maybe it's that fast.
No, it's definitely our shit.
I can see
You
that.
got to ask, why is the U.S. so advanced compared to everybody else? Like, we have like this whole fake economy, and oh, we're oil, and oh, we can't do anything. Oh, meanwhile, it's like, I mean, it's way advanced, 30, 40 years in advance.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, speaking of Israel, did you see the footage in the whole latest Gaza conflict where you'd see like one missile hit a building, the whole thing falls down? It's not how that works. So they've got like these guided systems that go in, and it's like specially programmed shape charges that like basically create some type of barometric blast wave and take out everything. That's like 40-year-old technology. So the Israelis are like now because usually you'd have to like drop a bunch of bombs on like a 10-story building and bring it down, big 20-story building. The Al Jazeera headquarters. Well, a missile shoots in the side,
And the whole building comes down.
and a little explosion. And all of a sudden, the building goes.
Yeah.
And then, like the jet flies over, shoots one missile at a building, the whole thing falls. That's like 40-year-old stuff.
So now what
So
you're
they
saying
got stuff
is,
way worse, man. They've got waves they can hit that just like make atoms divide. They've got satellites, like one satellite just go and just vaporize New York for once. So that's why it's way advanced, man.
You say they, but
So
you mean we.
that's us.
Well,
We.
you got to ask the question:
So
why
why
does the
is
United States have all this stuff?
Well, then why is China popping off then? Why don't we let them know what time it is?
Well, they got some crazy shit too.
Like us?
I mean, they got. I don't know, but they got some shit.
But like us?
Like take the space program. Everybody sees fake stuff.
If you try to fly,
That's because they put fake productions out. They have all sorts of advanced stuff. They didn't want to tell you that the first 20 crews went to the moon or whatever died. Like you like.
Wait, what? 20
You ever
crews?
seen the movie First Man?
No.
no.
It's excellent, but it's about the space program.
Oh, okay.
And it shows up. But they had a bunch of
I
programs.
thought that was like a coming out of the closet.
Well, that too. But no, seriously.
Boom.
No, yeah. It's First Man on the Moon. But the point is, that's all real because computers transmitting and geeks on the ground can't make it as good as a human, dead reckoning it. They did all those landings on Earth with gravity much stronger. Like there's 35 millimeter footage of Buzz Aldrin and what's the big guy?
Neil
Armstrong
yeah.
flying around in those landers and taking off and stuff. I mean, they did all that on Earth. And they had like almost died like 9 times. They were going to scrap the whole program, and Neil Armstrong refused. That's all in the movie. It's accurate. Like doing those deals where he'd have to fly in he'd have to take off, go up a mile up, and then act like he was coming into the moon landing. But they did all that stuff. But before then, that's why the guys would never brag and stuff. They want to take credit because so many people died in quote accidents. Like back then they'd say, "Oh, did you hear 4 of the astronauts died flying into Florida at an airport?" Oh, did you hear they died in helicopter accidents? They weren't dying in helicopter accidents. They were dying in secret space missions because they couldn't have it fail up there. So the first missions had to be other guys. Those weren't the first guys.
So someone else landed on the moon, came back, and then they let Buzz Lightyear and Neil Armstrong. What's his name again?
Buzz Aldrin and Neil.
No.
They were using.
To infinity and
No, they were
beyond. That's
flying
what-
those landers in the U.S. Yeah, I saw the series, and but you were,
What's his name? Buzz
Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Bulge
Buzz
Aldrin.
Aldrin.
Balls Aldrin.
Balls
Infinity and beyond.
But listen, that's what I'm getting at is that thousands died the U.S. test pilot project in the 50s and 60s. Yep. Well, it all went into space program after that. It was all secret after that. So the whole shadow government was NASA after that point. And so NASA's like the whole breakaway government. And then
I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but isn't NASA made up of Nazis?
Well, the Nazis did found NASA. Werner von Braun, the Goddard Space Center, all of them.
So are you telling our shadow government is Nazis? Isn't that the whole
I think they're like guys for hire. Because here's an example. Egypt hired some Nazi scientists. That's a famous Israeli case where they had to go all over the Middle East and Europe and kill all the Egyptian scientists. You ever heard of that story? All the Egyptian scientists that had gotten the Nazi technology. So the Germans were just selling to everybody. But then it goes back to the question, why did they have all these plans? Nobody else did.
because of the interdimensional.
That's what
beings.
Hitler was doing, yeah. And I'm not even into that. That's what they said was happening. They had this Bell project that they came up with. They got from the Tibetans or whatever, some interdimensional deal. And if you went in it, you like got psychic and like these things told you what to do. So it was like DMT without the drugs. I don't know if all that's real. I just asked why did the Germans, because Germans are smart, but like the Russians are smart, everybody's smart. Why did they have all the rocket shit nobody else did?
Yeah, because their technology was far more advanced.
The
than
space,
everybody
they invented
else's.
jets, everything. The space shuttle was something Werner von Braun was like 1937. Like the
In
space,
the 30s.
the space shuttle's a whole sketch, whole 9 yards.
When does the Model T come out?
1909 or something.
Yeah,
like that?
something like that.
I mean, that's crazy. You're talking about less than 30 years after the car. Unbelievable. So you're saying there's some outside influence for that, for sure.
The Nazis on record thought they were getting it from the occult, and they were doing all sorts of weird shit. I mean, it's like
They're obsessed with that in Bavaria. Yeah.
And the Wright brothers were 1903. Put in perspective.
yeah,
the
so
Wright brothers are 1903. The
the
Model
Germans have
T-
jets by 40. They just couldn't mass produce them.
They have jets by 40. We're not talking about regular
In
planes.
service by 43.
So
yeah.
you're saying we're in space before we have jets?
Well, that's what they
No,
call
the
the space
plans
shuttle.
for it, yeah.
The space shuttle was called Silverbird.
Okay.
Like you've seen, Hollywood puts it in movies. You've seen the first Captain America where Red Skull's flying that big bomber to bound New York. That was a real plan. They had a space shuttle they were building when it got blown up in like Germany, underground base. I forget all the names. And it was going to have 3 nukes in it. They were going to bomb New York, Chicago, and Seattle because that was the way the Silverbird was going to fly. It was a space shuttle. And it was going to have 3 atomic bombs that they were going to drop. But the U.S. went over with the British and went and destroyed those underground bases. That's even in mainline history. Swear to God, type in Nazi space shuttle Silverbird.
Nazi space.
So the V1 rocket.
Oh yeah,
was
the V1, the
44.
V7, yeah.
What is that, V1 and the V7?
They had like rockets they were shooting over at England.
It's like the first cruise missile.
And you think that they got this information from the occult or interdimensional?
Well, I don't
beings?
think that like when you see Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's based on real stuff. Hitler like lost the war because he had so many archaeologists and troops all over Africa, all over the Middle East, all over Tibet digging shit up. He had all these Tibetan monks in like castles, like channeling shit and telling his scientists what to do. So Hitler believed in all that stuff.
Wait, that's true?
It's
He
in
had-
mainline history. Yeah, you don't really see it on Discovery Channel, but it's all in the mainline history. Yeah.
And
Where do you think Raiders of the Lost Ark came from? It's not like he was actually trying to dig all that stuff up. The Lost Ark, the Ark of the Covenant,
because he thought that there was
Spirit
power,
Destiny, Spirit Destiny.
There was like wisdom within these things.
Yeah, but he mainly did what the Tibetan monks told him. They weren't like Nazis. They were just like telling him what their big secrets. So he shipped a bunch back to Germany, and they were like telling him what to
Is
do.
that why China hates Tibet so much?
Well, that's where they got the swastika from.
Well, they got it from India.
India.
And India has it too, but that's a Buddhist symbol.
It's a Hindu symbol.
The Hindu too.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So
All it is a sun symbol. It doesn't mean anything bad. I mean, the point is that that's where he got it was from Asia.
And do you think that he was contacting the occult before he decided that they were going to take over the world?
It's in mainline history books. They don't put it on Discovery Channel. That they had like this SS castle where they would cut off SS officers' heads, and they believed like it would give them psychic power and stuff. Just whacked out, dude. I think of it as psycho behavior. But like, why is Jeffrey Epstein at Zorro Ranch trying to impregnate women for the super race? These rich dudes just go crazy, and they just get on this power trip that they're God. They just do all this crazy stuff, man. So I don't care if it's the Chinese. I don't care if it's the Russians. I don't care if it's the U.S. I don't care who. All these scientists go crazy, and they're all the same basically. You guys find Silverbird?
I'm a little let down because when he asked about UFOs, you said, "Oh no, this is just technology that we had already." So when did have aliens come?
That's what I'm saying is
Like when did that
what
happen?
we're
Where's the
seeing from my
timeline
best
where aliens
understanding.
came?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying when's the timeline when aliens actually came?
From my best understanding, this stuff came from interdimensional aliens, whatever it is, and then now we built it. And somehow we were asking, why did the Germans get it first? So your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Okay.
If I knew, I'd be in the, I don't know. I can only study. But if you go back to Egypt and to Babylon and to the Aztecs, every culture has like carvings of these ships landing, these things coming off. Ezekiel talks about blue bubbles on people's heads and like telling them, here, take this, you'll understand everything, you take it, and all of a sudden they have hallucination.
Yeah.
They're giving all the answers. I mean, you can say whatever it is. Whether it's real or some pre-programmed thing, we think these things come. It's carved on the Egyptian walls like Apache helicopters and UFOs and jumbo jets. It's in the Madrid International Museum. I've seen it, like a perfect carving that's been there 500 years of a jumbo jet with windows on it.
Wait, what?
A jumbo jet with windows on it and the engines.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, in Egypt, and all over they have carvings of like Apache helicopter. It's like our stuff, and then like flying saucers. It's like different spaceships. Like there's a spaceship. There's I don't know that. That's a passenger plane. It's like whatever these people had, they were seeing all this.
We also got this from Da Vinci. But remember that game Wolfenstein we used to play when we were kids? That's Himmler's castle. That's, you know how there was like monsters and aliens?
Himmler's castle's where they did it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
playing that
have
shit for
aliens
years.
come back since?
Huh?
Have aliens come back since?
I don't know. I just know that the lore is the Germans, they were doing occult shit to get knowledge. They thought doing black magic, they were getting power.
Okay.
And then they made the best weapons. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just know.
So maybe they didn't get it from them, and it was just lucky, and they had good scientists that had some great ideas about science and nothing else, and they were able to make these weapons. Or maybe the occult was helping them out.
They're saying that Himmler was trying to prove that the Aryans were the superior race, so that's why he went so hard in like doing the research, uncovering X, Y, and Z, and I'm sure that's where they were developing all this.
Well, why was he going to non-whites to do this research?
You got to do it.
And why would they help them? Fuck the Tibetans. Yo, fuck Tibet.
Well, they didn't know
China
anything.
yank that shit.
They just those guys
They
were
helped him. They gave him all the justification for what he was trying to do. They didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, I think when
Are you kidding me?
No,
What
Hitler were
cucks?
like
What cucks?
I think when the
Mountain
Germans
cocks.
showed up in Tibet in the 30s, they weren't asking questions; they were getting grabbed. The point, I mean, they just know, hey, this guy was going to come. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's another investigation. Why did the Tibetans help him? I'm just telling you what's on record. Like the Tibetan, you know.
I'm curious about like famous occultists. Do you know much about Aleister Crowley?
Oh yeah.
Did he have any role in World War I or II as far as occultism, you think?
Yeah, he was countering Hitler with his V symbol. Like Hitler had his swastika was his archetypal sigil. And in the magic, this was Aleister Crowley worked with then it was OSS to create this.
So Crowley is from the English side?
Yeah, he's like an English occultist, and he's often referred to as the most wicked man to ever live.
Yeah,
I
and
never
so he
understood
was the
why.
guy on the other side fighting Hitler.
Why was he considered the wickedest man to ever
Because he
live?
killed his own son and stuff in Spain.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Why did he kill his son?
And then
Maybe his son was an asshole.
He helped found NASA with Jack Parsons in the Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
He founded NASA.
Well, through Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons was like the high priest of
What's the
of the
asshole
West
behavior?
of the what?
What's the wicked behavior? I'm not seeing real wicked behavior.
No, he killed
You don't
his.
wanna
He
kill his son.
sacrificed his son in Spain,
I mean, that's pretty wicked.
For the occult.
and he was the first
I mean, Hitler
guy.
exists. This is the most evil man that ever lived.
He did rituals in the Great Pyramid in like the 20s, and then drew the sketch like a gray alien. So the first image we see of a gray alien is from him.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and then all that Aleister Crowley stuff that's in the WikiLeaks is they talk about the Aleister Crowley cult and doing his rituals.
So how did he get access to these interdimensional beings?
Listen,
How does
I've
he
never
get-
seen any of this stuff.
Here's my question.
I'm only telling you, Andrew, these people believe in this.
No, I understand they believe in it, right? And clearly they're committed to it, and you can see it through their actions. What I'm curious is how they get this information. How do they get the information that lets them know I need to kill my son so that I can get some greater power or wisdom?
You've got to turn yourself loose and give a sacrifice to these beings for them to give you advanced knowledge. So if you go back to the old like Grand Grimoire and things like that, like those black magic original documents, I've read those. You would have to sacrifice a child, and if you go back to the Druids, which was in Europe and Germany and in England, routinely they would say, hey, we've had bad crops, the king has to kill his son. So it had to be a more valuable sacrifice to the gods to please them, and they would give you the answers.
Aren't the Druids in Israel now?
Druze.
Oh, the Druze. What? Wrong.
No, the Druids.
Yeah, Druids.
The Druids was the shamanistic system of ancient Europe.
Stupid.
And then the greater the sacrifice, the more the crops.
That's
would
close,
probably
though.
come. That was close. That was
Yeah,
like
no, I mean
one fucking
everything. I mean,
syllable.
look, the whole
Like, leave us alone, Andrew. Jesus.
the founding. Yeah, you already got circumcision. Listen up. Listen, we've got.
So did you.
That's right. I'm not putting him down. I'm saying. Anyways, that's pretty dominant, though. Anyways, all I'm saying is,
Imagine grabbing a dick and then snipping a piece off. That's dominance.
if you go back to what's the founding myth of England? It's King. It's Prince George. It's Saint George slays the dragon. What was the dragon demanding in this 1,000-year-old myth? The children. He wants to eat your children or it'll destroy your village. And so he stands up and slays the dragon. That was the Christian church coming in and saying human sacrifice is over. The Druids of the dragon. Everybody got that and said, okay, we don't give our kids to you anymore. Because I mean, they go in and dig up these mounds all over the UK.
Holy shit! So
Thousands of dead kids, just like the Aztecs. Every culture was killing their kids.
So you can
Let's
really
give the Jews some credit. They were the first culture in written documents to say with Abraham, hey, we're not going to kill kids anymore. You can just kill like a goat. I mean, every culture killed kids as the payment to the priest.
a little piece.
You're
of their
welcome,
pecker.
everyone.
Well, we're not. It's just true. He's like, we're beating up on him. It's actually true. The Jews invented that.
You said don't
chopping
kill
on
the
my dick's
kids.
one of them, and then I stopping the
That's a sacrifice.
Stopping
Just
the
take
sacrifice to
sacrifice a
kids.
little piece
It's
of
like, hey, we're not going to kill your kids
calamari.
anymore. Just part of your dick.
You don't like
That's it.
schmegma.
Kids, dick.
No, that's interesting. So they come out.
Abraham, the father of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam,
course.
Gang, gang.
They come out.
would not, the angel
Not
says-
killing a kid.
Stayed his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill the kid.
I'm just saying, human sacrifice, adrenochrome, whether it's an archetype or real, is at the heart of all these cultures. Every culture sacrificed their kids at one point. Why? You got because these
This
gods.
shit is lit. You get something out of it.
Shit, I love my kids. I'll kill somebody before they get killed.
I agree with you. But what's interesting about this is, so Jews do it, but they're like, we're doing this. No one else can join us, right? We got our own shit, and then that's it. And then Christians come out, and they're like, yo, anybody can join. This is the way.
And that's
But
what
they're
makes it
kind of-
bigger, bigger group.
That's what makes bigger. But the reality is, you could make the argument that Jews started that we don't kill the kids shit. This is love. We're going to lead with love. And that is the light that they talk about.
The Jews are the first people to write down we know of. Let's not stop killing our children.
Whoa.
Alex Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's true. though,
Whoa.
isn't it?
Thanks. Yeah.
I think you just won over the Jews, Alex.
Hey, I'm all for not killing our kids. I'll take whatever I can get. And I like my dick, too. Got a Jewish dick, okay?
Guys, we're here with the legend that is Alex Jones, not Wonder Woman, if you were curious. Go check him out. Tell him every place you can check you out. Go buy the coffee. Go buy the shirt.
Yeah, because you asked how much money I make. The truth is, I'm spending it all to keep my employees. Because I had this big infrastructure that was for all the social media, all the things to get the word out. I was never like based just to make money. Money's not bad. I love it. I'm a capitalist. But now, I mean, I'm actually selling my big house because it was a good investment in Austin to expand and keep what I'm doing, going on. Because to me, I'm not worried about money. I'm worried about getting the truth out. But when people support us at InfoWarsStore.com, books, films, Save the Frog t-shirts. We have our own video platform. Gets millions of views a day now. And that is banned.video. That link is banned a lot of places. So you got to go to freeworldnews.tv. And that's where we are. I'm on 6 days a week. And a lot of times I work on Saturday as well. So everybody can just tune in the show.
My man. Well, we think you're absolutely hilarious.
I love you guys.
You're a stand-up,
you.
buddy. We got to get you on stage.
We're going to
I'm
get
telling
you
you,
on
it's gonna
stage
happen.
eventually.
You say it, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And I'll buy you guys plane tickets. I'm so rich. No, come to Austin.
No, we'll get ourselves out there. Alex has one more question.
Just one last question, because you mentioned before that the FBI was investigating you, and I think the video Akaash was referencing is like something where you're saying, "Oh, I got paid $500,000 to help the Capitol riot" or something like that. Like, is there any credibility to that? Did you have any connections with the Capitol riot? I'm just
That
curious.
sounds
What
right.
don't we know about that?
I'm glad you bring that up because the last thing I would want to do is attack the U.S. Capitol and go to Supermax prison. The way I work is live on air. If I start calculating stuff, I'm exhausted and can't do it. I just tell what happened. So yeah, I go to D.C. This whole nightmare unfolds. This whole thing happens, and I go up on a rooftop that night as they're attacking people with flashbangs, and there's hundreds being arrested and total insanity is happening. We'd already rented this top of a building right above the Capitol to cover the events that day, thinking Trump was going to come speak at the Capitol. It didn't happen. So the way to tell the story, because this will be definitely viral, and it's smart for your show to bring this up, period, is to explain the whole thing. So let's start at the end and then move back if we can. Currently, it's a video that gets 1 million here, 1 million there, 5 million there, 400,000 there. When you say it's a viral video, it's every day trending on Twitter for 3 weeks straight. Sometimes #1 on Twitter, arrest Alex Jones. Alex Jones confesses to ordering the attack on the Capitol. And they even lie and go, look at this leaked video. I'm up there above the Capitol with it behind me explaining what happened. All I knew to do that day was go report, hey, Trump campaign called me 3 weeks ago and said we need somebody to fundraise to set up an event where he's going to challenge the election at the Ellipse outside the White House. That's 1.5 miles away. Because contrary to popular belief, the president and the executive branch doesn't pay for these events. You've got to get campaign people to pay for it. Well, Trump had no support then. So we wanted to challenge the election. It's our right whether we're right or wrong. And I'm like, wow, the president wants me to do this. Yeah. And so I ended up talking to some of the people involved. They got the fundraisers. They try to give me the money. I go, no, here's the money over here. It costs $500,000. I get in contact, talk to the White House. They want to have a peaceful event like Trump has all the time at the Ellipse in between the Washington Monument and the White House. 30,000 people can sit there. Big fence, porta potties, all, metal detectors, everything. I get there, and I'd heard this. I hadn't talked to Trump in months then, and they said, Trump wants you to lead a march to the Capitol when this is over. And
who tells you this?
It's people from the White House, and they're coming out of the back. Like I'm in the front row, and there's Trump right there, and they're coming out and talking to me and saying this. And I go, yeah, I'd heard this. And then sure enough, 30 minutes to the end of his speech, he goes, all right, I want everybody to start marching to the Capitol. And the Secret Service opens up the back thing while he's still speaking. I get let out. Pennsylvania Avenue's right here. Already, there was over 1 million people. They couldn't even hear Trump at the Ellipse, even on the Jumbotrons. It was tiny.
Yeah.
It was like a postage stamp. They're already going down there, and I got security guys with me. Some of these guys are here today. And they go, hey, we got reports that they're attacking the police. We need to run down there. And they're like, hey, because my Achilles is totally torn. It's one of the reasons I had a problem exercising. They go, can you run? And I said, yeah, I can jog. So we jogged 1.5 miles down there. So they go, hey, you need to stop this because you're going to get blamed. They're smart guys. They're military guys.
Yeah.
And so I all of a sudden I'm running up. Here's the Capitol. There's about 200,000 people are there. It's surreal. And I see like people climbing up like Planet of the Apes or something over the deals. I see flashbangs going off. And I'm like 300 yards away and a flashbang goes right in my face. Talk about real. Just like, it was like, I was like, wow, this is real. So I climb up on these chairs and I go, turn back. Don't go in. Stop. We're being set up. And the Trump campaign had said, go around to this side of the Capitol by the Supreme Court. There'll be a stage. Trump's going to speech. He was set up. I called everybody, Trump's coming here. Don't do this. We go to the other side. There's nothing there. And all of a sudden, the Capitol's already surrounded on the other side. So I go up the top, try to get them down. I tell the police, I go, I know you've got a PA system. You need to get on it. They used it the next day saying, you're caught out here to be arrested. I said, you got to tell them, get out of here or let me tell them. I said, somebody's going to have a Kent State. It's on video. Sure enough, that woman gets killed. All other bad shit happens. So I'm sitting there going, man, we're being set up. We're being set up. I tell everybody, get out of here. Don't be part of this. I go back. I get up on top of the building. I tell that whole story about how I'm sitting there and no one would step up for Trump and get the money for the event because you got to rent the spaces, pay for the crews. It's like a rock concert. And I don't think Trump set me up. He was being set up, obviously, where he goes to have this event. He has events all the time. He's told, yeah, it's ready for you at the Capitol. I should have gone in advance to check it, but it wasn't my event. When people tried to give me the money, I just put them in touch with the Republican Party who took the money. It was $500,000. I donated 80,000 of it, 87,000, whatever it was. And so this is such an epic piece of real history. And then the idea, they have like FBI agents and senators like on Twitter with like 50,000 retweets saying Jones is going to be arrested, man. He tried to kill everybody at the Capitol. He wanted this to happen. Why would I, in my right mind, want that to happen? So Trump did not try to attack the Capitol. They were set to vote. They had the votes in the Senate for the 10-day investigation of election fraud. But by getting a small part of this giant million-person crowd, 500, 600, to break through and go in, by a big crowd's dangerous. It's like a football game, NFL game ends. Yeah. That's what happened. And it was some real listeners, real people that got hyped up and went in. But it was Antifa that was there. Jaden X, CNN, paid him $90,000. They were there saying, burn it down, let's go. And there were people infiltrated the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys who 100%, I've seen the videos, did mount up, believe they were under Trump's command through Q. Q's this 8chan thing. And it was telling them, we later learned in hindsight, attack, attack, attack. And so through that kind of like LARPing or, those games where everybody dresses up like medieval knights and beats each other. LARPing. Everybody showed up, and out of 1 million people, they tricked maybe 600 or so to go into the Capitol. What happened there was terrible. I'm against it. But now they've tried to blame me for that. And it was in the Washington Post. They have a criminal investigation open on me and Roger Stone. Roger Stone had nothing to do with it. Because I remember Roger was like, I don't have security for me. F this. I'm not even going to give a speech. He didn't even go to the Ellipse that day. My wife's like, I got a bad feeling. I'm sick of sitting there. I need to pee. Let's go back to the hotel and just, eat dinner, eat lunch. She goes, baby, I don't want to go to the Capitol. Don't do this. I'm like, let's just wait and see. Trump goes, all right, start marching to the Capitol. And so he just got completely walked into it. So did I. And so I don't feel sorry for myself, but I'll be damned, though, if I'm going to be framed for attacking the Capitol when I had nothing to do with it. And so it was definitely a setup. That's why Q is so dangerous, is that here we are exposing the real pedophile rings, the real New World Order, all of it. But just like they use 8chan and 4chan, anonymous boards, to hijack real information, they hijacked what we were doing there and then turned us against ourselves. So I've learned a lot, and I learned a lot that day. Because I had the Q shaman, the guy with the horns, and the guy dressed up in the
Viking
buffalo outfit or whatever, Viking buffalo outfit. I had him on the day after it, or 2 days after it. He's like, I'm on cloud nine. We're taking back America. Trump's going to win. We're going to overthrow the government. We're invincible. Q's real. You're not. And I'm like, dude, you're going to jail. Trump's going to be removed. It's over. The Q thing, because imagine, I trust myself, but barely, because I have screwy thoughts.
That makes two of us.
Exactly. I sure as hell don't trust some 8chan thing telling me it's secretly the president. I'm like, hey, I know the president. I talked to him. Yeah, don't be a fake. I talked to Q. That's the president. So it's this weird, mind control. You've seen,
Wait. Help me understand, because a few things I don't understand. If Q was organizing it, but then you have opposite groups, like you have Antifa, who doesn't fuck with Proud Boys or whatever the case is, how are they both at this thing at the same time to do the same mission?
Sure, Antifa knows there's going to be pissed off people. So they are on video putting over their black clothing the Trump gear, the blue and red.
Oh, so you said that they
moonlighting as Trumpers.
They know. We were all expecting Antifa to come attack us. So there's video of them putting on the mega gear and posing, but also then everyone believed that Trump was going to overthrow the government and that Hillary was going to be put in prison at Gitmo and the storm was coming.
Okay.
This was all over the internet. They would let you push us anywhere. I would try to say no, Q's fake. I'd be banned. So I knew Q was their deal. Then the Q boards, this is just message boards. We're like, we're going to take the Capitol back. It's going to happen. And so enough people out of the million that were there believed that, and they got 600 to attack the Capitol. So you got 1 million people showing up. They're online. So the Q boards tell them that they are secretly in Trump's army. They then attack the building believing they're working for Trump and Alex Jones. And then Alex Jones and Trump get the blame.
Where'd the 500,000 go? If there was nothing set up, no podium, no nothing.
It's very bad math, but the question is good.
It's an excellent question. Again, I understand that's why this. I've thought about this. I've got to do
$500,000.
Yeah,
I've got to do a PowerPoint. I'll tell you, I got to do a PowerPoint. I got to do a PowerPoint.
Yeah,
because I know this confusing. It confuses me. Trump wanted an event to challenge the election. So here's the Capitol.
Yeah.
Here's the White House. Here's the Ellipse. Here's the Washington Monument. Here's Pennsylvania Avenue.
Okay.
Starting at 7 a.m. in the morning, running till 2 o'clock with Trump from noon to 2 is the Ellipse with porta potties and fences and Secret Service. This is the rock concert.
Yes.
That cost $500,000, you're saying?
Yeah, to put all the equipment in and all the shit.
Yeah.
Porta potties, fences, jumbotrons.
Okay.
Then I'm told, because I hadn't talked to Trump in a long time then, and I see people come back from behind the fence telling me in Secret Service, you're going to lead the march. Trump's going to meet you there. So I want to know. I want a real investigation of this. I don't know what happened. So here's the Capitol. Here we are at the Ellipse. At 1 o'clock, these times are all out of my head, but at 1 o'clock, 12:30, whatever it was, Trump goes, okay, march the Ellipse. Secret Service comes, opens the gate, directs me through.
Okay.
I'm walking out with my camera crew and everybody. I'm going to lead a march. It's impossible to lead a march of 1 million people.
Yeah.
Third of them are already going down the road, Pennsylvania Avenue. So here's Trump speaking. Here's Pennsylvania Avenue. Here is the Washington Monument. Here's the White House. Down there's the Capitol, a mile and a half away.
Yeah.
So then I'm asked, go lead a thing. Trump's going to meet you. I go down the road, get there, and it's like War of the Worlds with flashbangs and tear gas. And
yeah, but you said there was supposed to be a stage, and Trump was supposed to be there. So
yeah, the 500,000 was.
You got told by Trump's
listen, I don't
people
try
to go.
I agree. I don't try to micromanage everything. The 500,000 I was involved in was for the Ellipse. I'm told Trump's going to speak to the Capitol. I'm not the advanced guy.
You're told by Trump's people.
Yeah.
So then,
just like I showed up here today. I didn't know you guys were going to have these hats or whatever. Point is, it's just here.
Gotcha.
So I knew about the Ellipse. I show up. I'm thinking, my wife's like, I have a bad feeling. This is weird. You're going to lead the thing they're telling you? All of a sudden, the Secret Service opens the gate. I go back. Well, he's still speaking. Here's Pennsylvania Avenue, 200 yards away. 100 yards away. I'm supposed to lead this. Because it's already people going to the Capitol.
Yeah.
They already heard Trump was going to the Capitol. Then Trump says, we're going to the Capitol.
Okay.
And so I start going down the road. Trump never shows up. I'm on video going, let's go to the stage. It's over here. We had a marked deal. We go, there's no stage.
So not to accuse anyone, but if I had to deduce, like, if Trump says, hey, everyone go to the Capitol, and you were told that there's supposed to be like a big rally speech going on at the Capitol, and then Trump never shows up at the Capitol, but he organized all his people and told them to go there and let's fight and take our country back, isn't that kind of Trump leading those people to go attack the Capitol?
Listen, that is absolutely open for discussion. And that's horrible wargaming, because who would like, when you're about to get a vote for a 10-day investigation to hold the election, why would you do that? You want to show your numbers and be peaceful. All his rallies had always been peaceful. So he was set up by his managers, by the people that worked for him, not telling him that there was going to be a stand down and no stage set up. Listen, I'm not God, dude. You get in a war like this, that's like a general doesn't know what's happening over the next hill. Like old times, like a general didn't know what was really going on, you know? I didn't have any idea.
Yeah.
I was asked to set up the rally. I'd already done 2 big ones in D.C. One that had 1 million people, one that had 400,000. So we had huge events that were massive. That's not an exaggeration. We're talking about like seas of people. I'll show you the video. And so I was like excited just to do this. And I clearly got set up by the managers of it who led us into a trap.
Got it. So are you not worried now, because you are outspoken in saying that you were told there was going to be a rally to the Capitol, and Trump and his side is saying, hey, I had nothing to do with that. So aren't like
no,
somebody's
Trump
going to have to fall
Trump
on the...
said go to the Capitol.
So I'm just saying somebody's going to have to fall on the sword.
Yeah, but listen, what I'm trying to explain to you, this is all public.
Yeah, so I'm
They're
saying,
just
are you
online
not,
going,
are you
look,
not worried?
here's an edited video of Alex Jones. Here's an edited video of Alex Jones. There's Hillary right there. Here's an edited video of Alex Jones saying, hey, Trump told me to do the rally. They're talking about the ellipse. No one thought about the Capitol.
Yeah.
So they told Trump, we've got you a stage. They told me that. I just guessed they had all that.
Gotcha.
Like I guess when I came here today, you guys would have a stage.
Yeah.
And then they set us up. Or maybe Trump did it and like, let me really hurt myself, make myself like an idiot, and destroy my chances of stopping this fraudulent election. I don't see a motive there.
Gotcha.
But I mean, listen, you're at a big deal with the Secret Service and the porta potties and the fences. I was just there going through the line, getting ready to sit there and watch the president. And all of a sudden he's like, march to the Capitol. Secret Service opens the gate. Everything they said. And I believe insiders in the White House set him up.
How do you think it's going to end up?
I mean, 5 people died. 1 cop 2 days later, and it's a terrible thing. 4 citizens died. They act like it's the worst thing in U.S. history. It wasn't. We saw all the fires, the mostly peaceful protests, in the summer before that. They're just trying to use this as their pretext to go after the American people and use anti-terrorism clauses against the public. And the idea that Congress that was involved in this, the idea that Congress people, they have like articles, was Jones coordinating with Congress people? And I've had the feds like subpoenaing my phone records, and like none of it happened. We were not coordinating anything. I was like, my wife's like, I want to go eat. This is cold. And like an hour later, I'm like flashbangs and not knowing what the hell's going on. I've been to 50 Trump events. I was not expecting to walk into this.
Yeah.
If you could go back and do it different, what would you do?
I would say, oh my God, we can't do this. We need to have security at the Capitol. We're going to be set up. They're going to provoke terrorists. We got 1 million people crowd. They're going to get out of control. And if we don't have the crowd control, but I wasn't running the event. I was asked to get the fundraising. I thought, this is weird. And all of a sudden, these fundraisers start calling me. I was being set up. So I don't know all the different angles or designs of this, but they wanted to get the whole opposition there at once. You can say, well, maybe Trump is really a globalist. He doesn't like you, and he wanted to set you up as he left office. I don't think that's the case. But some weird shit definitely went on.
Gotcha. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you. Just remember, when you see those videos, there's hours of me talking about it, just like I did right now. They're like, they'll probably take clips here. Jones just admitted on a major podcast that he is a fraud and that Trump ordered him to attack. And you'll be like, you didn't say that. That's what they do. Find out what I'm really saying at band.video and the evil Infowars.com.
Guys.
Last question. How did you celebrate Juneteenth?
Ooh.
Well, that's a good question. When I grew up in Dallas, I was quite the history buff, and my black friends didn't know what Juneteenth was. Juneteenth is a
lot of people didn't know up until about 2 years ago.
Well,
but
exactly.
keep going.
Yeah.
Texas never celebrated though.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying I'm in the heart of it in Texas.
Yeah.
And it was at the 2 years after the Civil War. I don't have all the the history in front of me. Years after the Civil War, they learned in Galveston, Texas, about the Emancipation Proclamation and Lincoln and all the rest of it. And so it became a big deal. Now the left just wants a holiday they own, exploiting black people, to be the new July 4th. No, seriously, that's what they're doing.
Okay.
And so it's like, oh, it's this big new black holiday that the Democrats own and the rainbow flag owns. And now it's bigger than July 4th. So they're canceling July 4th in a bunch of Democrat cities to have Juneteenth, which has, with a rainbow flag, of course, which has nothing to do with ending slavery or black people or any of it. Hell, Biden's up there pushing it. They didn't end slavery for 6 months after Juneteenth in Texas in Delaware.
Oh.
Delaware kept it going for 2 years after.
Oh, shit.
So anyways, I could sit there and virtue signal and go, I love Juneteenth, and I think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. We already have Martin Luther King Day. How about we have Pro-Human Day or something? We have 5 black holidays. Hell, I have 150. The point is, who owns those holidays? And just like Hallmark created Father's Day and Mother's Day, and just like Coca-Cola kind of produced modern Christmas, it's just the Democrats want to own their own holiday. So let's get straight. This is a Democrat, deep state, big tech holiday. And so I'm not against.
It's a lot of people. So.
No, but I mean, let me tell you. No, but seriously, what is Juneteenth? It's something Democrats tell people about, and people are like, "Oh, that's my holiday. You gotta let me have it." Well, is it really your holiday? I mean, really, is that How about we have?
So do you not celebrate Father's Day because it's a Hallmark holiday? Like if your kids give you a cake, are you like, that's deep state, that's big corporate business? Fuck that cake.
Well, I wasn't with my kids for Father's Day. I'm here. Wow. No, seriously.
Oh shit, you a real one.
He's your daddy. That's what
This guy looks like Craig Jones, one of the top grapplers in the world.
Craig Jones?
He's a grappler.
Oh, really?
Oh, I never heard of him.
Handsome guy. Let me see.
Danaher Death Camp.
You guys got to come to Austin. Go out on my cabin cruiser.
We're gonna.
We got it.
We're out there. We're out there soon.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's coming.
We're all going out in the cabin cruiser.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit frustrated. It was a great podcast, but I'm really upset that I can't explain. There was an ellipse event. We had lots of Trump events. We were not trying to attack the Capitol. Why would I want to attack the Capitol? I'm on video trying to stop it, right?
I did not know that, but I
all
believe
they do is like put out articles. Jones is, Jones caught. Video surfaces.
Yeah.
It's like video leaked of Jones saying he's pissed and sick of Trump. I said it in a fucking studio with 3-point lighting. I'm like, I'm fucking sick of Trump 2 years ago. I'm so sick of his shit. I've been so attacked because I support Trump. And they'll be like, did you see on Andrew Schulz? He set it off mic. He didn't know it was on air. No, I just said it on air just now. Trump pisses me off. It's a love-hate relationship. It's like I'm pissed myself off. But they just do that shit. Look at them legs over there.
Yeah. I'm hiking them up.
Is your wife coming in tonight?
My fiance, yeah, she's gonna come.
That's good.
Yeah.
Get our wives together. Yeah. Hanging out.
Just hanging out, planning the next Capitol.
Andrew
Overthrow
Schulz,
the ellipsis.
Andrew Schulz gave me the orders.
I gave the orders. Hey guys, that's been an episode of Flagrant.
Hey,
2.
cheers. One last drink.
One last cheers. Everybody get in here.
Cheers. Cheers.
The legend.
Did we top last time?
Easily.
Yeah. Oh,
Easily. Everybody in. Cheers.
Cheers.
Guys.
To adrenochrome.
To adrenochrome. To freedom. To stop fucking with kids.
And to saving the frogs at InfoWarsStore.com.
Amen.